don't expect anything anymore.
There you And of course, because I always use the numpad for typing stuff, it messes up because it's also hotkeyed to certain things in OBS, so I just did a little dance thing for we flashed to the main screen, back to the starting screen, and then we were on the be right back screen for a second there. So, that must have been fun for everybody involved.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, hi everybody, welcome to the cafe. As always, I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Barista. Not just my title, it is also my name. Jesus Christ, I have too many things open. I cannot keep up with them. Okay, there we go. Okay, can we not be clicked on that? There we go. Okay. You know, I could actually go a little more this way. Okay, there we go. Yay!
Yippee!
Yippee! But yes, hello, good evening, welcome everybody. We are here with the impeccable Supernova EX. We're gonna try and get some dates to prom again. With varying levels of success.
More like, at least for me, no success. Like, gosh darn it. I play video games to escape my reality, not relive it.
I think that just means, fuck, I don't know what that means. This is just gonna be... Hey, you said it, not me. This is just, practice for real life.
God, if only I could have half the riz that some of these characters have IRL. I have determined I have the subtlety of a Tauros just existing, the whiz of a Magikarp, and I'm as oblivious as a Slowpoke with the ability oblivious.
I'm sure it's not that bad, but
Maybe it's not. Maybe someone out there will have a neutral perspective and be able to actually tell me the truth. But that's how I feel.
well, I'm sure it's not all that in a can of worms, or a can of Wiglets, I guess.
Or a can of earthworms.
Yeah, I knew there was some kind of worm, but I couldn't remember what it was called.
Worm.
Worm.
Worm. He's not even here. He's not even nearby, and yet we're screaming the word.
To be fair, it came up organically in conversation. Also,
True.
thank you for dropping by and saying hi. Please enjoy your lurk and get some rest. Please, by all means, take care of yourself. That is more important than anything.
Yes. Be kind to yourself. Even when it's hard, be kind to yourself.
Especially when it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, are we gonna do what we did last time and do, like, a round of the first term and then go to second term, or do we want to just go straight into second term?
I'm okay with either. We can do either. I realize that I'm kind of indecisive, but at the same time I'm not. I go with the flow with this kind of stuff.
That's fair. I want to try to redeem myself with Calculester, so we're going second term. Do a short term. Well, short, because it won't actually be short.
Exactly.
We'll skip all the opening dialogue, because we've been there before. You said
We've
you
done this song.
You said you usually prefer to be Oz or Amira, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'll pick anyone but Brian. No offense to the Brian lovers. I just... not for me. Like, Brian is a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just like looking either hot as hell, both literally and figuratively, or just an entity.
Or the void.
Yes. I guess the stupidest pop quiz ever. Oh.
If you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? The curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who are super into new fad diets that feel the need to explain them in detail. Can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way, by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. Or, I'd curse them to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realize that all this time their partner was a wild panther in disguise, and then the panther viciously devours my enemy. Classic. Goddamn. Frankly, though, No. I don't want any of this. But in the more immediate sense, I don't want anybody who's talking to me about all the fad diets.
Well, I was gonna say, luckily we're not the ones who have to deal with this. It's our worst enemy who does.
Yeah, and I'm not wishing this on them. Like, if I wanted my worst enemy to get devoured by a panther, I wouldn't want them to have years of happiness beforehand. I want them to get eaten by the panther now.
I want the radiation.
Yes, radiation would kill you.
Slowly, methodically. You'll never know when it's gonna get you.
So what we're saying is they're just a really bad X-ray tech. If you were the leader of a new country, what would your flag look like? I'd go for a simple 3-color stripe approach where each color represents one of the country's values. Blue for diplomacy, purple for patience, and red for the blood that will be spilled if anyone tries to overthrow me. So it's almost the bi flag.
Yeah.
Except it's color inverted where blue's on top and then instead of pink it's red at the bottom.
I mean, what is pink but light red?
Exactly. What is pink but just watered down red? There's a reason pink used to be considered quote unquote the masculine color. Because it was literally just like, you know, watered down blood. Just Garfield's face. It's a power move. There's no doubt you're the supreme leader of your land if no one stops you from making Garfield the flag of your country. Flags are outdated symbols that lead to unnecessary nationalist exaltation. We will replace flags with a national QR code that will provide online coupons for free burritos. Now see, I feel like we're just asking for legal trouble if we pick Garfield's face.
Yeah.
I would rather not do
and
that.
Who wouldn't want free burritos?
That's what I'm saying. See, we're smart.
I got all the smart this time.
What would be a killer accessory? Necklace with your own name in case you forget, shiny armor, fancy brass knuckles, coolness itself, sunglasses, at night. Or Sailor Moon's magic wand. Well, see, I'd like to think I'm smart enough I wouldn't forget my own name, but sometimes I'm like, who? Huh? Who are we talking about? Oh, me. Right. I am a person. I am a person that exists. I am a sentient entity in this conversation.
God.
What, just me? Oh, okay. Just dissociating so hard from the conversation.
Look, I wish I had that problem. I have the opposite problem. I'm too self-aware of my existence. I'm too conscious I am worried that, like, if I make the wrong joke, if I push a boundary, if I just worry about existing at all. I want that problem. I want to be like, oh, I don't exist. I am nothing. I am just void. Particles.
It depends on... It also depends for me on how many other people are in the conversation. Because, like, if it's a one-on-one thing, I'm definitely hyper-aware. But if it's a group setting and I'm not actively involved in it, it's just... Who am I? Because I just, you know, physically drift out of the conversation.
I'm trying to think of the right Pokemon. I keep thinking of Freycoco, but Freycoco is head empty, only thought is bite. Yours is more like...
I look like Esper. I look like Esper in the middle of a conversation. Just eyes wide, I see everything. But am I actually taking it in? Who knows?
That's funny because Esper does look like that, but also simultaneously just looks horrified.
Exactly. Anyway, I picked Sailor Moon's magic wand.
I picked Raph Knuckles because he was either going to be Damien or Vera.
Nah, see, Vera would have something more subtle, like poison.
Yeah.
You find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Design your own personal zodiac sign. The rad sword on fire, the ambiguous iguana, the cute pup, the regal 1%, the randomly arranged set of stars, or the rich bitch.
I know. I was gonna say, I know. The rich bitch is Vera, definitely.
The regal,
and the regal one is
Miranda. I would be surprised if the cute pup wasn't Scott.
Yeah. The red sword on fire is either Zoe or most likely Damien.
I was assuming it was Damien, yeah. But even not figuring that out, I'm torn between a randomly arranged set of stars and an ambiguous iguana.
I know the rich bitch is Vera, but I'm also like a randomly arranged set of stars. Because, right? Galaxy stuff.
I want to be an ambiguous iguana then.
I'll bring you rich bitch.
I should have known. The fact that it made emphasis on that it was randomly arranged to contrast with Calculester's desire for rigidity and order and binary. How dare he? Also, hi Zoe.
Zoe, hello.
Are we saying a what to my ambiguous iguana self, or what? Okay. Yes. Well, it's an iguana and it's ambiguous. Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. What do you mean ambiguous? Ambiguous meaning like unclear. Like it's not obvious. I feel like I need more creativity, but I don't necessarily. Jesus Christ, look at you, you're smart as shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm even more confused. I think that's the point, Zoe. Don't worry too much about it.
This is Monster Prom. Nothing makes sense. The more you try to make it make sense, the more insane you're going to become.
Like, why am I a freaking Frankenstein in a suit of armor? It's not that serious. Also, why the hell is my headset yelling at me? Well, I know why it's yelling at me, because the battery's low.
Oh.
I'll plug it in after this. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. I'm not saying my fursona is an ambiguous iguana, I'm saying my new zodiac sign is an ambiguous iguana. If we're talking in character, my fursona would either be a bat or a wolf. If we're talking in reality, my fursona would probably be a pig.
Why a pig?
I don't know, just seems like a thing to fucking do. Don't see too many of those.
True. I was gonna say, VTuber is hopefully obviously a dragon. IRL, probably a fox. Fox, raccoon, or penguin. Probably most likely raccoon.
That's fair. Oh, hey, that's my girlfriend's persona, the pig, I mean. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my spirit animal is the raccoon that slowly approaches the cat's food bowl, grabs some, and then just waddles away on its hind legs like it wasn't seen, even though it very clearly was.
Mm-hmm. I can see it in my mind's eye. Yes, one of your girlfriend's personas is a pig, you said. And then yours is a red panda, and you also have another one who's a bunny, right? Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. I gained 2 creativity.
Heck yeah.
Later, you see Liam rolling his eyes at his phone. You ask him what's up before he can roll them right out of his head. Ah, fuck. The hardest part about visual novels. She's not dating me. Oh, okay. Sorry, Zoe, I got confused. I'm having trouble with my status on social network trademark. I expressed a positive opinion about bug manicures, which I obviously meant ironically. Now my so-called friends are responding with blatantly unironic pictures of themselves with centipedes glued to their nails. I know being aloof and misunderstood is my brand, but I want to be misunderstood on my terms, not theirs. What kind of status could I post that would be idiot-proof? You don't.
Yeah.
Flat out post that everyone currently reading this status is an idiot. Or, vague blog for your life! I mean... I feel like he already vague blogs enough as it is, so I want him to outright say that people are idiots. Now there's an idea. Being straightforward is so obvious that it's obscure. When's the last time anyone actually said what they were thinking to a fellow being? It's revolutionary. My god, sincerity is such a rare commodity, perhaps they'll even assume I'm being ironic. I can say anything. I like bubblegum country. I wish I could get away with wearing pink jeggings. I think conventionally attractive people are hot. All things I would say sincerely if they were true. Which, I mean, whatever. You know what you're getting Liam for his birthday. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smart.
Hell yeah. Oh, I am smart as hell, but I definitely think I need more boldness.
Wow, you're smoking in the bathroom and making graffiti and everything? Whoa.
That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority.
Yeah,
I guess some people
police.
just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness.
Which, again, you're in the absolute perfect place to give a shit.
Exactly. Afterwards, you discovered you've been poisoned, and only Vera has the antidote. All the time. It's how she invites you to hang out. There you are. Thanks so much for coming. I'm embarking on a new criminal enterprise, and I need a...
Consigliere.
Whatever the hell that is. I'm not trying to repeat that.
It's you! It's gonna be you!
The idea is simple yet brilliant. Think Uber, but for killing people. I call it murder. But it turns out the market is flooded with assassination apps. Assassination apps and blood.
I blame Miranda. It's probably her fault.
Probably. Or Damien.
Nah, he wouldn't be on that. He would just go He's not so much a murder guy. He's the arson guy.
True. True, very much. But I can see Miranda hiring him for the distraction while she does the murder.
True. That's also very true. But she wouldn't do it. She'd pay somebody else to do it, too. That's what the app's for.
Yep. I need I need a way to get ahead of the pack, and since you're such a good advisor, differentiate yourself by being the only service that offers free-range organic murders. Viral marketing, literally. Tailor a highly contagious virus to make people love murder. I think this one because I think that's smart.
I love murder.
You can do that? Great. You can use my private chemicals weapons laboratory. And so, this is working better than I ever could have imagined. Demand for murder has gone through the roof since you released that virus. Sure, the side effects include vomiting, bloody tears, male lactation, cobra feet, time dilation, rigor mortis, rectal teeth, renegade spleen, microaggressions, sudden tattoos, hair trauma, liquefaction, and coughing.
Not coughing!
But it's well worth it for the profits I'm raking in. Plus, I'm making a literal killing selling people the antidote for all of those side effects. It's not actually an antidote, though. It's actually just heroin. Same difference.
I was about to say.
Did you know they used to give heroin to babies as a coughing suppressant? Yeah, the real world is exactly as immoral as this video game. But whatever, you gain 2 creativity and 1 money.
Yeah, basically. Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Raccoon!
Oh, so we're just giving out our personas. Okay, a pig. Player order is decided based on how hilarious it would be if Nova died after being attacked by 8 of the selected animal. Start debating now. See, it would be infinitely more hilarious to watch you get mugged to death by raccoons, because, wild boars are a thing that exist. And they are, they're not good. No. So, you take that one.
Alright.
Like, what did you possibly do to the fucking raccoons that pissed them off so much they killed you?
I just realized you're trying to go after Calculaster and he's at the same table as Vera.
Oh no, I'm not. I wanted to redeem myself, but I have no points with him, so I think I'm just gonna go where the game is steering me to go and try to get Liam.
Alright. Vera is spending her lunch period scheming as usual. Calculaster looks on in a mechanical appreciation of dismay. Yeah, that checks out.
I am in time for lunch, Zoe. I was late for breakfast, but I'm in time for lunch.
Yep. Now, if I can just get the poison into the next shipment of cafeteria food, the starving students will be forced to pay me inflation prices for my authentic food flakes.
Vera, no, do not do this.
Why? Have you determined that it's unprofitable?
No.
Are you looking for a cut?
Negative.
Are you a RoboCop? You have to tell me if you're a RoboCop.
I am not a law officer, but what you are planning to do is wrong.
Agree to disagree.
Error. Cannot comply with internally contradictory instructions. Meltdown imminent.
Uh-oh, this could get ugly. You need to chill Calculaster out or convince Vera to change her ways. Don't worry, Cal. Vera's just being helpful. Sure, the poison may kill some people, but those who have survived will be more resilient to poison in the future or whatever. Calculaster is right, Vera. I mean, did you even check to see if your poison is vegan friendly?
It appears I misunderstood your intentions, Vera. You are doing this for medical reasons.
If I am, can I write off the poison as a tax deduction?
According to taxfraudforcriminals.com, yes.
Then yes.
This changes everything. Congratulations on your ethical behavior.
Yes, I am the greatest. Vera clearly appreciates your quick thinking. Maybe she'll even give you a cut of her inflated food profits.
Probably not, but who knows?
Maybe not a cut of that, but maybe. Oh.
So the other character that it pointed me towards that I could go for is Zoe. But I frankly think I would need to basically spend the rest of the time boosting my fun to get anywhere near her, so... We all know Liam's not fun. You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the Frowny Liam scale. The what? The Frowny Liam scale. Normally, I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles of Liam's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked that my creature creme brulee be extra crispy so it truly popped with my #massacre momentgram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment, and so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited store of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I am simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop! Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Barista. Her taste may tend toward the mainstream, but surely she can see this subpar cafeteria must be exposed. Don't be ridiculous. Barista is surely more compassionate than that and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again. Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Miranda can't undermine Liam's admittedly talented criticism alone. This will take an army of homeless people we pay to write positive Yelp reviews of the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's. Liam, one lone voice simply cannot shut down this cafeteria, at least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Well, obviously. Excellent idea. I'm an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility. More than enough to admit when a professional's help may be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I am the humblest person to ever live. Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible, genius plan. You're super humble too. You use your magnificent calligraphy skills you picked up in your elective class, Calligraphy and Murder, to write 5 letters chock full of #aesthetic. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his backpack. How is it breathing in there? And gives it the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing. The fact that Liam trusts the dove will be able to read the addresses to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dove's release, you receive your first reply on your phones. Ah, I knew the exquisite Jacques Anzavour would have enthusiasm for our plight, thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a dove to find out where I live based on my email address. But stop contacting me. Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jacques Aznavour. Oh, barista, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, you have each other. For prom? Hopefully. At the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometime to send anthrax to your enemies.
Look, I get maybe not being impressed by the dove thing, but I would be impressed if somehow a dove could find my location based on my email address. For that alone, I'd be so impressed. I'd be like, alright, look, fine, I'll do this one thing for you. Please leave me alone after. Only because I'm impressed.
We have government doves outside your house simply based on your email address that you made when you were like 10. We know exactly where you are.
Add two years to that, and yeah. I have an email address from when I was 12 that my mom made for me. Very simple, very basic.
I mean, if it works, it works.
I mean, it's now mostly spam mail, and now I have an email address for like Twitch stuff.
Well, now if you have something that something's trying to spam you with, you give it that one. Bada bing, bada boom.
Exactly.
Everybody chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking. Wedding planner.
Funeral planner.
Ah. Celebrations of life or death. Player order is decided based on how boring a VR simulator based on the selected occupation would be. Start debating now. Okay, but it's not VR, but aren't there already games based on being a funeral director?
Maybe.
Isn't that what the mortuary assistant is about?
I have no idea. I don't play VR games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the mortuary assistant is VR, but I'm pretty sure it's basically funeral stuff. And I seriously doubt anybody there's a market for anybody who would want to be a wedding planner, especially in VR. The only people who would buy that are like the wedding companies themselves, like the sales things. So that fuck, I don't know. They could look at decor and stuff.
Yeah.
Like at long distance venues or something.
I really like planning things.
Hmm?
I said, or someone who just really likes planning things.
True, that would be the kind of person who goes into that as a job in the first
You
place.
know what? If you want to go first, you can, because I actually have to run to the bathroom.
You can walk.
I can walk, yes, but I don't want to take too long. So yeah, no, if you want to go first, that is perfectly fine by me. Let's just hope Vera, Scott, or Damien does not make an appearance.
Well, how about we just go to a quick break screen, and when you're back, we'll get back to it.
That works too.
Alright, we'll be right back, folks. We're back!
Yippee!
I hope you were able to enjoy that little impromptu break. Gotta have a stretch, have a snack, get a drink. All that fun, happy, good stuff. Meanwhile, I have a random, undetectable hair touching my toe. Well, obviously it's detectable because I'm feeling it, but... You know, it's one of those ones, like, I can't see it, but I can feel it. I know it's there. Motherfucker!
God, I hate that specifically when it's, like, down in my shirt.
Yeah. No thank you. I cast mystery hair on tongue!
Oh, God! I cast mystery hair near eye.
Ah! Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're both probably equally boring unless you're really into the niche prospect of a funeral director or a wedding planner. So,
Fair enough.
yay! I'm a barista. Number 1. Ho ho.
Indeed you are.
Let's go. I can't decide what other kind of stats Liam would prefer. I feel like creativity is a one, but right now Valerie's got the shop.
And maybe a bit of boldness. Just a bit. And
I'm sorry, what was the second one you said?
Creativity, charm, and maybe just a dash of boldness. I think you gotta be pretty bold to be non-mainstream, especially like with how mainstream everything seems to be, feels like.
You're so right. Fuck it, we ball. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. You don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? Turns out that the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on moment-gram filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see. Well, again, you're in the right place for brown and hard to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite taupe. It's also probably why I have only 6 moment-gram followers, but we must all make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot I simply must document. As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct.
Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why, yes, of course you're part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more moment-gram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do?
Use his account to post a bunch of porn and bomb recipes. Or pay 1 million homeless people to follow Liam on Momentgram.
That one's... bottom was money, and I feel like the top one is boldness.
I mean, you would have to be pretty bold to just post porn and bomb recipes on Momentgram. I feel like if I were wanting to get with either Miranda or Vera, they would go for paying money for stuff. Let's see if I'm bold enough for this.
Oh.
Oh no.
What is porn?
Well, hey, Miranda. Hey, Miranda. In case you didn't know, I invented the orgasm, so I clearly know a lot about porn. So, why don't you come over to my place later? I will show you. And then I just show her porn parodies of her favorite movies.
Never mind. If you suggested it, it must be something very classy and suitable. Porn your heart out.
With Miranda's blessing, you soon transform Liam's feet into a cavalcade of nice boobs and deadly explosives. All seems to be going well. People are liking his pics in droves. When you see Liam being led through the halls in handcuffs. Not the kinky kind either. I don't even know what you're talking about. Encouraging acts of violence? I just post pictures of my food under opaque brown filters. It's just figurative violence against the status quo, not actual violence. So what if my profile says come for the bootleg pornography, stay for the domestic terrorism? It's clearly ironic. Oh, if I was going to be wrongly incarcerated by the state, I would have at least liked some warning so I could fix my makeup. This is the worst day of my practically infinite lifespan. The cops eventually release Liam in exchange for teen fashion advice, but you spend the rest of the week covering your digital tracks. You lose two money and 1 creativity.
Well, damn, that is not how I thought it was gonna go. Can you tell I can't tell the difference between bold and fun, apparently?
I mean, I agreed with you. I thought it was pretty bold. Apparently I was wrong. But that's okay.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Between class periods, I'm sorry, I need to take a moment to reread what I'm reading. Between class periods, you discovered a severed horse head in your locker. It has a note in its mouth telling you to meet Vera ASAP.
Yeah, isn't that a reference to The Godfather? Where there's a guy who wakes up with a horse head in his bed?
It's now a bad time to mention I have not watched The Godfather.
Neither have I, but I think that's a thing.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. Well, growing up, I mainly stuck to Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and the occasional Cartoon Network.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think they actually reference it in Despicable Me because he wakes up with a stuffed animal horse head in his bed at one point, and he's like, ah!
I'm so glad you can come. I have another crime problem which would benefit from your insight. Thanks to your input, murder has cornered the market in app-based assassinations, and yet the other crime lords don't take me seriously. Just because I'm not a 40-year-old man with a scary scar, those sexist morons think that this is just a phase for me. Since when did having a killer body and flawless skin disqualify a girl from a life of crime? It's disgusting. How can I show these
chauvinist
goons what crime really means to me? Come on, think of something. You're my most trusted advisor. Quit crime. They'll come crawling back once they see how bad it is without you. Write a song about it. I'll help. The song has to be creativity.
Yeah, but I could also see her not liking that as just as an option in general.
Yeah. But it's usually based on what your highest stat is.
True.
So write a song is either fun or creativity. Quit crime is either boldness or smart. Or creativity.
Also, I looked it up, and it is in fact a reference to The Godfather. It's a thing that happens basically to by the mob to show that no matter who you are, the mob can still get to you. Like, even while you're asleep in your own damn ass bed.
Fair enough. I chose the top one. It was charm.
Ah.
Good thing I picked up some more charm. You know, if this advice was coming from anyone other than you, I'd ignore it. But you haven't been wrong yet. Fine. As of today, I'm quitting crime. I'll let the other bosses know. I'm sure they'll be so pleased. A few days later, you're getting a manicure with Vera when Gunbozo
Gianetti,
arch humorous of the deranged clown assembly, bursts in weeping. Well, either he's weeping or he's got a sad face painted on his regular face. It's hard to tell with clowns. What are you doing here, Bozo? Didn't they tell you I quit crime? Gumbo makes a series of gestures, honks, and quacks. Clownish. Luckily, Vera's fluent. What's that you say? The world of crime is a wreck without me? Do tell. He says no one's been able to get good poison since I retired. Everyone's money is frighteningly unlaundered?
Yeah, everybody's money is frightfully unlaundered. You know, like money laundering.
Ah. Plus half the bosses are dead because the letters I sent out announcing my sabbatical were full of vicious fungal spores. Well, I had no idea you were all so miserable without me. You can tell the bosses I'm back in the game. Gonna take a drink.
It is at this moment where I mentioned that the BAFTA Game Awards were today, and Balatro won debut game, and the guy that they have, like, dress up as Jimbo made a speech and everything.
Amazing! Love that for Balatro.
Well, as soon as they mentioned clown, I was like, oh yeah, I wonder if Balatro's at the BAFTAs or not, because I know I saw the guy there. Like, I saw them tweet that the guy was dressed up with the face paint and the hat and everything. So, like, I knew he was there, but I was wondering if they had won any awards. And apparently, yes. Yes, they have.
I mean, it makes sense. That game is addicting as heck. Especially once you mod it.
That game is certainly a game.
It is indeed a game.
And it looks like Astrobot won no less than 4 different awards. Astrobot goated with the sauce.
Apparently.
Yes.
Gunbozo leaps up into the air and clicks the heels of his enormous red shoes. I love you too, Bozo. We'll have a gang war to celebrate. See you on the battlefield. Gunbozo runs out of the nail salon and piles into his tiny car with his 20 closest friends. Vera looks at you dumbstruck. I must say, I never thought this would work. You truly are a loyal advisor. Oh, if only you could be more than just an advisor. But you can't risk sharing your true feelings. Better just take the 2 smarts and 1 money and move on.
Something happened. Why is it always me? I mean, this is how everybody found out I invented the orgasm, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say, it selected me for the random event. And then he's like, oh, hey, Calculaster, or whoever you were trying to romance.
Yeah, I think
it
was...
Marisa invented the orgasm?
Yeah, that clip's on my YouTube channel. I love it. You're having your evening tea. You're having your evening tea at a nice place when you start feeling sleepy. Next thing you know, you're waking up in an abandoned warehouse. Speaking of tea, I found both hibiscus and butterfly pea, not like that, tea at my local Walmart of all places.
Hell yeah!
I took a picture and I sent them to Mr. Barista and I said, "Coffee Talk episode 2 real?"
Yes! I was gonna say, between the two of us, we can make all the coffee talk drinks.
I sent you the same picture I sent to him. It's literally just the packages for both of them next to each other.
Amazing.
So, of course, I had to pick them both up because, obviously.
Also, now with this photo, I can see if my local Walmart has them.
Yeah, I was surprised. I saw the butterfly one first, and I was like, oh, cool. And I was looking for a different brand of tea because, I got one of those, like, blind date with a book kind of things that came with a, you know, a bag of tea, bookmark,
yeah.
and a whole bunch of shit.
I remember you made... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember you said that, like, your last date with a book, you made the tea for Mr. Barista.
Yes, exactly. And it was, not name brand Nutella, because it was, like, chocolate hazelnut, decaf tea. And I took a picture of it, so I remembered the brand and everything. And whenever I go to the store, I look and see, A, if they have the brand, and B, if they have the flavor. And they don't. They have the brand, but not that flavor.
I mean, shoot, if you send me a photo of it, I can check my local grocery stores, because, New York, I was gonna say, where you live and where I live, in the general north, we may be north, but, our two states have different shops.
That we do. You know, it's funny, Walmart didn't actually have as many different brands of teas as I thought they would, whereas, one of our other local stores, well, it's not local, but another store in the town, had, like, way more of, like, that particular brand.
Huh.
I think it's called Stash. You know, Stash. Stash brand.
Oh.
But the flavors I saw that they did have, they did look pretty good. They just weren't the flavor I was looking for, so I was like, fuck you. I'm taking my butterfly and hibiscus and leaving.
Speaking of coffee talk drinks, I might try making another one. Probably a tea-based one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, like, I could do coffee, however, I finally figured out why I don't like most coffees, and why, even though I put a crap ton of cream and sugar in it, it doesn't work. Turns out I needed the light roast this entire time.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, that was a fun discovery.
I mean, at least it was a discovery that was made.
Yeah, because the coffee in my break room at my work only has, I think, dark roast or medium roast.
Ugh.
I may make a small request that the next time they restock it to put light roast in there as well, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think they'd have, like... Is it, like, for a Keurig, like, K-cup kind of stuff, or is it...
Yep. Yeah, it's a Keurig.
Yeah,
Speaking of which...
I'd imagine they have variety packs that have light roasts.
Probably. Although I don't know if it's the company that gets the coffee, or someone just decides, you know what, I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna buy coffee so I have it, and then everyone else can have it. I don't know which one it is. But speaking of Keurigs, my mom had an extra one at her work, and she gave it to us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed. Which is great, because, my brother likes to get drinks, and, I can now kind of talk about it. For those who rely on things like Snap, please do be careful. make sure your local store isn't shady and doesn't have skimmers, or you will end up like my brother, having all of his having all the money for April in his Cash App thing, not Cash App, his food stamp thing stolen from him.
Yikes.
Yeah, this has been a public service announcement.
Fucking yikes.
Yeah, I found that out Saturday.
I mean, in a way, I'm glad you found out, but I'm obviously not happy that you found out the hard way.
Yeah. Somehow, some douche canoe in Florida got it. And we know it's Florida because it was spent at a pub.
Goddamn Florida man strikes again. Fucking
but yeah,
Florida.
So yeah, please be careful. Not just with food stamp cards, with your other cards as well.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Constant vigilance.
Yes, constant vigilance.
On that note, clearly I did not have constant vigilance because I presumably got drugged and now I'm waking up in an abandoned warehouse.
That or Vera is just that good.
Yes.
Finally! Hello? It took you almost 2 hours to recover consciousness. Rude much. Anyway, let's do this quickly. I have someone else to drug and kidnap at 9. You're here tonight because I might or might not be starting to have feelings for Nova. But feelings are dumb and blind and flighty and dumb. And I won't let my feelings lead me into a life I'll end up regretting. Thing is, I'm fabulous, so of course I've created a specific list of features I expect in a love partner.
Fair.
Yeah, you know, to guarantee I don't end up murdering them out of boredom and contempt.
Fair.
And you know what I appreciate in people? Ambition and direction. I want someone that's thinking beyond just where they want to go this summer. Understandable. And I want someone with a plan, so we can both be fabulous and conquer life in our own fierce ways. So tell me, would you describe Nova as an ambitious person who has planned an amazing future for themselves? I mean, I sure am fucking trying.
Yeah, Nova has their entire life planned out in a set of color-coded manila folders, including all potential scenarios, tons of charts, and even some thoughts on how their lineage could continue their master plan. Sure! You know how Nova works at a burger joint on the weekends? According to their plans, 20 years from now, they might become the manager. Also, they have very serious plans to become platinum in FOF by next year. I don't even want to know what FOF is. I'm sure it's this game's equivalent of like WoW or League of Legends or something.
Yeah.
But knowing Vera, she'll probably get all hot and bothered about your color-coded manila folders.
Oh, absolutely. Manila folders? Charts? Color-coded?
I was right.
Those are the keywords to getting a lady excited.
You're pretty sure they aren't, but sure.
I wonder if they use the same color codes that I use in my plan. Who knows? Even our life master plans could merge.
I'm sure that's not the only thing that'll merge.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to analyzing the degree of compatibility in our lineage plans. Vera, I'm gonna say this now, we either gotta go IVF or adoption, because I ain't birthing a kid out of my thing. You're more than welcome to!
But since she's like a gorgon and has like snakes in her hair, I wonder if she does it like like snakes and she lays an egg or something.
Who knows? Ah, look at me getting all romantic.
Look at that blush, though. She really is.
Yeah.
Vera sure has a unique sense of romanticism. But you're sure it will be good enough for Nova. You gain 3 charm for your good deed. Everybody chooses a food. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Big Mac.
Yogurt. Player order is decided based on how unappealing a pizza would be with the chosen food as its topping. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen most, if not all, of the various toppings on a Big Mac on pizza.
Yeah.
How the fuck would yogurt on pizza work?
I think it would have to be a dessert pizza.
This is true. I keep forgetting those are real.
Yeah.
Would it be kind of like a chicken bacon ranch pizza where they drizzle some of the ranch over top afterwards?
That, or it would be a very thin layer of like a flavored yogurt, and then like graham
a graham
granola
cracker
and-
crust.
Yeah, either a graham cracker crust, the yogurt as the sauce, with little bits of granola and like fresh fruit on top.
That does sound pretty baller. But also, are we talking just putting a straight up Big Mac on top of a pizza?
That would be funny.
That would be very funny. And not entirely unappealing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, it's like that one meme of the person at like the circle factory. Okay, I guess we're doing triangles now. Or the other way around.
In the same vein of thought, just putting a glob of yogurt on normal pizza.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was like the first thing that came to mind. Just.
It would heavily depend on the flavor, though.
True.
Heavily. And the brand and the consistency, but like, and if it's got anything in it. But like, definitely the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only foresee possibly 2 maybe working out, and that's just plain and pineapple.
Oh, true, but pineapple yogurt on pizza would be its own inflammatory argument.
Oh god. We have evolved past just putting pineapple on pizza. Now it's pineapple flavored yogurt with pineapple chunks.
I'm pretty sure in Mr. Barista's Discord that was a question of the day recently.
I think it literally was the question of the day today. In fact, I can pull it up.
Yeah, today. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? What about anchovies or sardines? And somebody said that they've had different fruits on pizza. And those are fine. So, like,
Yeah. My answer was probably not for me due to digestive issues, but I mean, hey, if someone likes it, then good for them. I'm not gonna yuck their yum.
Oh yeah, Mr. Barista's all over that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I probably will not, weight loss medicine sometimes gives me the stomach rumblies, which means that certain foods, and unfortunately sometimes it's foods that I like, do not sit well.
I feel that.
Yeah, I also don't have a gallbladder, so there's that.
Yeah, that presents its own whole fucking thing of shenaniganery.
Shenaniganeries all around.
Speaking of shenaniganery, I don't think either of us have gotten any closer to actually picking an answer for this, so I'm just gonna random it.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yippee! Oh good, she's not in the auditorium. I need more creativity, damn it. I'm not creative enough for this shit. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity, just a bit. You gain 2 creativity. You also lose 3 years of your life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. You're about to rehearse the scene where Scott falls in the forest and only Damien and Liam are around to hear him when Dahlia comes storming in.
Oh boy.
Oh god, I got this. Don't worry. I got this. Ah, Damien! I see that your wretched cowardice has now abated and you are finally outfitted for battle! Let us settle our claims to the 8th circle of hell now, with Liam and this tree as our witnesses!
I'm not a tree, I'm Scott! You might not have noticed because I'm doing such a good job of being a tree!
Wow, I didn't know trees could talk. Holy shit.
I know, right? That is one magical tree.
Indeed you are, and such a strong tree at that! Join me, Scott, in my conquest of the 8th circle. I could use a lieutenant who is also a tree. I just want to go on record as stating that I do not support any of this. Ah, luscious little Liam. I do not need your support on the battlefield, my scrumptious purple concubine.
Oh, what the?
You can support me later, in the bedroom, romantically. As in by having sex with me. Wink!
Am I the only one at this school who takes theater seriously? We're in the middle of a scene.
Yes, the scene of the crime! The crime I am about to do to you! And that crime is murder!
Okay, first of all, murder isn't a crime. Second of all, we're not doing any of it right now.
Well, you know what? It very well may not be, considering how much casual murder happens in this universe.
Yeah.
Then why are you outfitted for battle?
This is a costume. My real battle armor? It's just 700 knives tied together with barbed wire.
I love how he's also using his little blushing sprite underneath his helmet and everything.
That is probably quite the sight.
A likely story! Face me, coward! Also, before I get on with it, why is the bird coming out of Scott's crotch? Like...
Probably a euphemism.
Euphemism? All this drama is interfering with your theatrical production. You need to get Dahlia out of here. But how? If you want Damien, you'll have to go through me and this army of pissed off Rottweilers. But Dahlia, this isn't really Damien. The real Damien was inside you all along. Is that a euphemism?
Maybe the real euphemism was the friends we made along the way.
Oh, well, welcome to the cafe. Thank you very much for the follow. We have anonymous follows turned on here, so you don't feel, you know, called out, or I feel like you have to feel compelled to say anything. If I, like, say, hey, thanks, insert name here for following. Feel free to just come on in, kick back, relax, and enjoy the chaos. We are here with our guest Supernova EX. We're trying to get dates to the Monster Prom. With varying levels of success. We're still in the middle of our first run, actually, so we haven't actually gotten to the dating, you know, the prom yet, but who knows? Right now, we're discussing why this bird is coming out of Scott's crotch. We're pretty sure it's a euphemism, but I'm not sure how. Ironically, the one place where the wood should be, and it's not.
I think I know how it is a euphemism.
Oh, because it's like a tree glory hole? Is that what it
That's
is?
not what I was thinking. My mind went to like morning wood or something, but like, or the early bird gets the worm. Something
You know
along
what?
those
I like
lines,
yours
but,
better. I
was
like
gonna
yours a
say,
lot better.
Because if you think about it,
Well, clearly I did not think about it. That's why I didn't come up with it.
no, I was gonna say you came up with yours, like the tree's glory hole. When the birds move out or unfortunately pass away,
Yeah, but
either
that
another
depends.
bird will take it, or squirrels, or
I was about to say, we don't know how many people or beings are gonna live in Scott's glory hole. Anyway, I feel like Dahlia could actually go through an army of pissed off Rottweilers without a problem. So I feel, listen, let's be real. I don't think there's a brain cell knocking around up here. There's just there's just violence.
It's the opposite of Scott, though. Like, Scott is brain empty. It's like a slowpoke up there. Dahlia is brain empty for a Coco moment. Just bite.
Exactly. So I feel like if we do this one, we'll end up just making her confused and she'll leave.
Yeah.
That's saying I have high enough whatever stat I need for this to work. So...
Oh!
What? Damien, is this true?
No.
Why am I asking you? You're not Damien. You're just a clever facsimile. For too long, I have had a feeling deep inside that something was wrong. Now I know what that feeling was. It was Damien.
You're really going for this, aren't you?
Silence, doppelganger! I'm off to go poop out the real Damien so I can fight him! You sure are a charmer, huh? There will be plenty of time for sex talk later, Liam. To the bathrooms!
But, wait. Hold on. If Damien's inside Dahlia, and Dahlia's gone, who are you? I'm Damien. Barista was doing something called lying.
I said, the real Damien was inside you all along. You know, like a liar.
I've heard of lying before. I cannot get Scott's voice down.
You want me to do it?
Only if you want. I cannot.
I've heard of lying before, but I have no idea how it works. Tell me more! You got rid of Dahlia, and you inadvertently gave Damien a good opportunity to explain to Scott how to act. You gained 2 smarts and 1 creativity.
You know who we haven't run into?
Who?
Oh!
That's true. I think she was at Scott's table during the very first lunch period, but we have not encountered her in our adventures thus far.
I think I need more money.
To get with Vera, probably. That's probably one of your highest stats you need.
That day you spent some time on the library's PC managing your Kickstarter. You deceive lots of people with sensational videos and impossible promises. Nice. You gain a crap ton of money because I don't know how to pronounce numbers like that.
100,000.
Thank you. But almost everything goes to cover the cost, and you keep only 2 money. You see a truly rare sight. Vera and Damien are sitting behind a PC, speechless. Wait, did we just rig an election in the Midwest?
Wow, you did a lot better than Elon.
God damn, Barista!
Am I wrong? No, I'm not.
God damn!
Though I think the question is Wisconsin considered Midwest if that is the place where it happened? I don't recall. Now I need to go look this up. While you mentally recover from the psychic damage I just inflicted on you.
That was not psychic damage. That was a blessing.
Yeah, it looks like Wisconsin was the thing. Yeah, apparently they spent, him and his cronies or whatever spent more than $21 million in order to defeat the Democratic candidate for the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and it didn't work. Like, the Democrat person still won.
Now all there's left to answer is Wisconsin considered the Midwest?
Ah, shit, I knew there was something else I had to follow up on. Is Wisconsin in the Midwest? Yes, Wisconsin is in the Midwest region of the United States. Apparently, it's in the middle of the Midwest, specifically.
That is beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah, apparently a lot of the Midwesterns, a lot of the states that are along the Great Lakes are considered part of the Midwest. The division mostly starts when you hit, like, Pennsylvania and New York, by the looks of it. Anyway,
wait to read Elon for filth.
That's not hard to do.
It's not.
It's so easy to do because he's a piece of sewer trash anyway. Actually, that's an insult to sewers, because sewers are at least useful. Anyway.
I was just trying to change the president's wallpaper to a dick pic. We need to cover our tracks, like, right now. Well, don't just stand there, you innocent bystander. Help us. Yes, of course, I'm talking to you. Damien can't help. Breaking shit is useless right now. I disagree. Smashing the internet is literally our only option. Blame someone else, like the Vanderblitz. Miranda won't be able to disprove it. Oh.
Now, is this one of those things where it would... No, this isn't lunch, so it's not like it would be one or the other kind of thing.
No.
But if it was a pick one over the other kind of thing, we both know that Damien's would be smashing the internet.
Oh, absolutely. Vera's would be blaming someone else.
That's always how it works.
I'm just trying to think. Blaming it on someone else, I think, is either creativity, boldness, or smarts. I disagree. Smashing the internet is literally only smarts or boldness. I mean, I know I could just look this up, but where's the fun in that?
I mean, it's pretty... It can be fun if you don't tell anybody. You're like, where you sit there and you pretend to mull it over verbally while you're just quickly typing it in on your phone.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm doing so well this time.
Yes. Yes, you are.
And after the weekend have had.
You
I
could
need
use
a
the
win.
prom date. In the meantime, while you figure that out, I'm scrolling through Twitter and seeing pictures of silly cats. There's this one cat named Monkey. She's a calico and she's very goofy looking.
Oh, you'll have to send me that.
I am literally doing it. Some of the, like, well, the first picture of her that went viral, she looks like she's smiling very sinisterly, so people are, refer to her as the scheming eunuch.
Aw. I love cats. They're adorable.
Cat Twitter is one of my favorite places on the internet. And some cats that I followed years ago who have since passed away, I think about them regularly, and I still get sad. It's like, oh. But their pages are still up so I can go and look at the pictures, and it's like, okay. I still feel sad, but I feel better.
Yeah, I feel I'm gonna go with this option.
Yeah.
Yes! Everyone will buy it. They've practically ruined their brand already. You know, with the purges. But, Vera, isn't it kind of fucked up to frame our friend for a crime we committed? Are you having second thoughts, Damien? You want Hell to be seen backing a political candidate? In this election?
In this economy?
Fuck no! Hell is all about strong, independent evil. We've got to drain the swamp and replace it with a like a fire. Anyway, enough politics. You gain 2 bonus and 1 smart.
Wow, you're smart as fuck.
I am indeed.
You got 16 smarts right now. Let's see, where am I at? I got 13. I'm doing okay. I have a respectable 13 smarts. I'm not very fun or rich though. Who cares? Well, I know some of the characters do.
Everything else.
Everybody chooses an activity. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Is Just Dance an activity? I feel like it is.
I'm sorry, is what an activity?
Playing Just Dance.
Yes, that is an activity. It's not the activity I thought you said, which was why I had to double check.
Do I want to know what you thought I said?
I thought you said performing a seance.
I don't even really know what a seance is.
You know, it's one of those things where you, like, try to channel the spirit of the dead or something. Like, oh. Spirits here tonight. We're calling forth whomever the fuck.
Technically, then I do. I just forgot what it meant.
Okay, well, based on this hilarious mishap, are you still sticking with playing Just Dance?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with the seance, then. Player order is decided based on how fast and aggressively you would be kicked out of an airplane for doing this activity during takeoff.
I suppose with Just Dance, it depends. Are you playing one of the seated maps? Is someone next to you? Or are you trying to do this standing up?
Well, even then, I don't think they would remove you from the plane. They would just try to get you to sit down. Now, if you were sitting there with a fucking, like, Ouija board and candles and incense and shit trying to do a seance...
Yeah.
They'd be... yeah. I think... I don't think they'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, they have no smoking, so... I don't think they would take kindly to candles.
Or incense. Granted, that's not a necessity, but it's still a fucking... Yeah, there she is. She's over here with Miranda. They're hanging out.
Hmm.
Where the hell is Vera? She's not here.
Oh my god.
Maybe you'll have to go talk to her sister or something.
Maybe.
Or you can go talk to somebody else. Until then, I'm gonna go break up this sausage fest. The cafeteria is in uncharacteristic turmoil. Ah, nah, it's always like this. Today the chaos comes in the form of a cafeteria-wide food fight. One I didn't have to instigate? Damn. But the denizens of the table at which you sit are less than impressed with the crazy goings-on. Can't someone take artsy photographs of their food in lieu of eating it in peace without Larry the Lich taking it right out from under your nose to throw it at Brad Braddington? Error. This is not the purpose of food according to previous data. Or is this a malfunction within my inner search engine? No, you're right. The true purpose of food is taking carefully arranged photos in an exhibitionist ploy to make your peers jealous. This is also not the purpose of food according to previous data. Besides, senseless violence disgusts me. I am a pacifist. Running search for pacifist. Definition found. Yes, the sensations produced by my neurocircuitry fit the definition of pacifism. I, too, am a pacifist. Asimov decrees it. Glad we agree. Now the only question is how to end this food fight. Ooh, you've got this one in spades. Spades? Like the cards in Balatro?
Balatro mentioned?
Yeah, apparently they were nominated for at least 3 of the different BAFTA Game Awards, but only won the one.
I mean, even winning just one is impressive.
Oh, absolutely. Meanwhile, Astrobot Sweep with literally 5 different wins. They didn't win every category they were nominated for, though. But still, Astrobot. He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy! I love all the little different outfits that they have him in at various points in the game. Like, there's even one that's dressed up like Alucard from Castlevania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in a coffin that you can, like, punch it open. And he's like, no, I'm sleeping. And he closes it on you. And you can do that a couple more times, and he gets more annoyed every time you do it. So cute. Alucard, my beloved. Liam, it's time to chain yourself to a table in a dramatic, albeit possibly useless form of protest. Calculester, run an internal search for historical patterns. The only way to stop a war is to introduce an enemy both sides can unite against.
But, you know, valid. Alucard is very much a pretty boy.
He is the prettiest of boys. Alucard, my beloved. I still need to watch Castlevania Nocturne.
I may be going through shit, but even I can acknowledge, yes, Alucard is pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
He has a bit of androgyny behind him.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of like the sense that Integra Helsing has a bit of androgyny behind her, which is sexy as hell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everybody say thank you to Ayami Kojima for the art that she did of him in for Symphony of the Night that gave him his iconic look that he still has, basically, of the long-haired pretty boy. Because, awooga.
Thank you, whoever barista just said to thank.
Ayami Kojima. She's the one who did, like, the portrait art for Symphony of the Night.
Hmm.
So, like, a lot of the most iconic art of Alucard that people see of him was done by her.
You know, segueing into Alucard, Dracula. I understand why he sent for his wife.
Dracula did nothing wrong. Dracula's only crime was loving his wife.
On a similar note, Odysseus of Epic the Musical did nothing wrong. His only crime, too, was loving his wife.
His only crime was loving his wife and taking, like, 20 fucking years to get home.
Yeah. Although, 7 of those are not his fault.
True. This is also true. Yeah, I literally sent you the Wikipedia article for Alucard. Like, the picture that's included, that's one of Ayami Kojima's portraits of him.
Ah, yes. Pretty boy.
Yes. It's a classic. Alucard, my beloved. I still am vaguely thinking about what I'm gonna do for, like, Halloween, and I might end up playing some kind of Castlevania-esque game. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Because that's like 6 months away. Meanwhile, I've got to impress one of these two. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, speaking of vampires.
Speaking of vampires, instead of long-haired, pale, pretty boys, let's go with, purple man bun pretty boys. I'm suddenly very disappointed. I was just thinking of something along those very lines. I was thinking I might strip naked and or go on a hunger strike, but yours sounds much more effective. Mainly because I already don't eat, and stripping would just divert attention from the issue of the food war to my glorious naked form. Running analysis on likelihood of chaining yourself to calf table preventing a food fight. I don't need your calculations, Calculesta. I only need spirit and belief. You help Liam chain himself to a cafeteria table.
Sup, nerd? Possum meat pie to the face! Boom!
Chained to the table, Liam of course has no way of defending himself. Soon, all sorts of monsters are dumping all sorts of food all over his bound form. Ah, the sweet feeling of martyrdom dripping down my face. There is nothing better. Thank you, barista, for this magical and incredibly, incredibly powerful and effective experience. Uh-huh. Yep. The food war rages all around Liam's incredibly effective protest. But whatever makes him happy.
I think he just wanted a reason for you to pin him down to something.
And clearly I was more than happy to do it. You alright over there, friend?
I'm choking on food. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, take your time. Good chat, how we doing today? Everybody have a good Tuesday? Tuesday in it? Well, I guess it's not anymore. It's almost 1 a.m. where I am. I'm trying to think about what I did today other than sleep and get ready for work. And go to work. And spend way too long at the grocery store.
Oh my god. We practically have the same day. Just replace some of the sleep with Minecraft and Balatro.
I mean, I did a little bit of Balatro. I completed at least 1 or 2 challenge runs.
Hell yeah.
But it doesn't seem like doing the rerolls and like buying cards and stuff that I did in the challenge counted towards the unlocking of certain things. So,
Oh.
Disappointed.
Big oof. So... if I go to the shop, that's spending money. That's what Vera's sister is all about.
Right, yes. I mean, you don't necessarily have to buy anything.
I don't. But there's also I could have a special event right here.
This is true.
That might lead to something beneficial. Good lord, all you want to do is eat in peace. And yet...
Oh fuck, I think I voiced her last time. Hang on. I'm trying to... I'm so bad at remembering what voices I give to people! Like, unless they're like, iconic voices, like Polly having the Valley Girl accent, or Liam having the vaguely British accent that I completely fuck up every single time I open my mouth. I think I made hers sort of sultry.
Yes.
We're here to save the world.
Yeah, we know.
From you, Dimitri. So, speaking of Alucard, close enough. Welcome back.
You wound me. Truly you do. After all I've done for you.
More like done to us. What about that time you betrayed us in the middle of a climactic battle, then unbetrayed us, then betrayed us 3 more times? Or that other time, the next morning, the empty bed.
Why can't they talk as separate entities so you know which one is Porking Dimitri?
Narrator, why are you assuming only one of them is?
Exactly!
Tag yourself, I'm the face in the corner right now. The one that's showing that it's not my turn, that's all like, That's my disappointment in the narrator right now. SMH my head.
My face is, face. Just uninterested.
My face is certainly a face.
So be it then. Let's end this once and for all. And not like the last time I said that. Or the time before. This time I mean it. For real.
Yeah, no, same. For real this time. Once and for all. Ugh.
This is like the 7th final battle these dorks have had this week. You've had it with their bullshit. You take a fistful of ketchup packets and spew them all over Dimitri. Maybe some will get on his cape and he'll run away to get it dry clean. What's this? Blood? Oh, how you wound me, my loves. I feel no pain but that in my heart.
Yeah, see, he said my loves. He's boinking all of them.
Oh, absolutely. I will slink off to some cave to lay in agony between life and death, waiting to be tended to. You spot Dimitri squeezing some of the ketchup onto a hot dog and taking a bite on his way out the cafeteria. What is that dude's deal?
Truly, thank you for selflessly helping us on our adventure, Nova.
Nah, it was selfish. You really just wanted to eat in peace, but whatever.
In return, allow us to help you on one of your adventures.
Why not? They can go ahead and help you with solving the ancient enigma of your algebra homework. Going to retrieve the legendary bag of lasagna-flavored chips from the supermarket down the street while you risk your life protecting this cafeteria table.
Given the food fight that's happening. We have heard tell of these lasagna-flavored chips. Mostly through pleasant songs coming to us from our phones in 10-second increments. Very well. As long as you promise to guard this cafeteria table with your life. Wait, why do we need you to guard this? Never mind, whatever. You helped us, we'll help you. That's what decent people do.
That's what decent people do? Okay, Coven, sure, whatever. I bet they always try to be their best selves. Why are they even at this school?
That's why I went. Alright, here are your chips. Don't ask why it took so long. Doesn't matter who was or wasn't making out with a near-death Dimitri in a secret cave somewhere as his wet shirt clung dramatically to his chiseled abs and his breathing was ragged as he danced on the edge of life and death, and a tough choice had to be made as to whether to spare his life. Here's your change, goodbye!
Your change? You didn't give them any money. Well, in their hurry to avoid further questions, not that you were going to ask, you really don't care, they gave you 4 money. Sweet deal!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Everybody chooses a part of their body. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking. My knees.
My eyes?
My brand.
I was gonna say,
Player order is decided based on how insufferable it would be from now on if... Wow. Is this a sentence? How insufferable it would be if, from now on, it would be forced to eat your food only using that part of your body instead of your hands.
oh god! Mine is both horrifying, but like, they say you eat with your eyes first!
Yeah, but not literally, my friend. Not literally.
No!
Like, at least I could figure out, like, knee shovels or something. I just gotta work on my flexibility. Go back to yoga. That's not even up for debate. That's all you.
Oh. That's smart. Charm bonus? I think I have enough money. I
Probably.
think I need more bonuses. That day you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. There won't be an illustration of that specific moment. So, well, thank goodness, game. I thought we were about to get into some interesting shit here. Both figuratively and literally.
Be a fiery shit.
Thing is, you made one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it.
Dear God.
Look at you crazy bastard. You gain +2 bonus and probably whatever the hell that is with a slight chance of 1 STD.
Staphylococcus. I think that's what staph infection is long for. I don't recall.
Your mind's barely on what you're doing, though. All you're really concerned about is your situation with Vera.
More like your situation, am I right?
Oh my god. Throughout her latest gang war, you've been her closest and most trusted advisor. Maybe too close. You're worried Vera's become so dependent on your advice, she's blind to your true romantic intentions. If only you had the courage to tell her how you really feel. After all, you don't want to end up in the advisor zone. I did not realize that was a zone you could end up in.
Oh yeah, there's the friend zone, the bro zone, the general sibling zone, auto zone,
Twilight Zone. You're so lost in thoughts of unrequited love, you hardly notice Vera sneaking up on you. Maybe that's also because of the invisibility cloak you helped her pick out. There you are. I was just going to pick you up. We've got a date tonight. A date? A date? Then perhaps your affections aren't unrequited. With the heads of the Monster City's major crime factions to celebrate the end of the latest gang war. You're such a good and loyal advisor, I couldn't imagine going without you. Right. Of course. Trying to hide your disappointment, you accompany Vera to the peace conference, but soon... You can have horse racing, but if you think I'm giving up murder's monopoly, you got your head so far up your ass it popped back out your shirt collar. Larry, the actual crocodile snaps his fang. Gunbozo Dratini of the deranged clown assembly honks in disapproval. Timmy, the knife baby, chews his rattle menacingly. Alright, you scumbag, settle down. But it's too late. Larry the Croc unveils a wicked machine gun. Gumbozo makes a rocket launcher out of twisted balloons, and Timmy the knife baby produces a lot of knives. Hey, advisor, a little help here. If you don't save Vera now, you'll never have the chance to confess your feelings. So you take a deep breath and confess your feelings. Or kiss Larry the Croc on his big crocodile mouth.
Good lord. What are we thinking? What's the plan?
Well, I don't got a lot of charm, but I got a lot of boldness. Time to kiss the Croc.
Sha-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. That baby's got knives over there, but you should kiss the Croc. Oh, wow.
Fuck it. If you're not gonna get with Vera, you might as well get it on with a freaky crocodile dude, you lock lips? What? What are you doing? Are you trying to bite his teeth are? Or are you... Oh wow. Larry the Croc is even more surprised than Vera, and the other crime lords drop their weapons in amazement, giving Vera the perfect opportunity to shoot them all with her own akimbo Uzi?
Uzis, yeah. It's a type of gun.
Love conquers all, suckers! Now wipe the blood and crocodile saliva off, Nova. I'm taking you out to dinner. Oh, don't blush. I know you were just trying to make me jealous by making out with that dangerous crime reptile. But you know what? It totally worked.
Oh!
With Vera as the new queen of crime in your city, anything is possible. She even gets you plastic surgery to cover up the croc bites. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
There you go, hell yeah.
I think I did it. Not only that, but I've gotten this ending before. It's a secret ending.
Oh shit. I'm just gonna go for one last bit of creativity because why the fuck not? Because again, I don't think fun or money, I don't think Liam gives a shit about either of those. Maybe a little bit about money, but that's only so he can buy more stocks in his infinite taupe moment-gram filter.
Mm-hmm.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggest moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain 2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this run. I mean, technically, you're already calling me by a nickname.
Technically.
And the end of this run is literally right after this anyway, so... Afterwards, Liam walks up to you extremely nonchalantly. It's ridiculous how little he cares about this walk. After considerable thought, I've come to the conclusion that you're not a complete poser. And seeing as how I could use a partner for my tragically hip late-night excursions, consider yourself invited. Tonight, 3 a.m. I'm sure you'll have no trouble coming up with an appropriately underground destination. I mean, it's not like I don't know any cool places to go or anything. I just want to give you an opportunity to prove yourself. Liam vanishes in a cloud of mist and angst. You've got 12 hours to choose the trendiest spot nobody's ever heard of. The hottest, most underground nightclub of all, the Earth's Core, or Monstropolis's most exclusive new nightclub. Asterisk. Why does that look like a booty hole? I don't want to go to the booty hole. I'd rather go to the literal Earth's core than a booty hole. But at the same time, I could also see Liam bitching because, you know, the Earth's core is the fucking just molten metal. He'd probably be bitching about how hot it is and how uncool it is.
I also can see him bitching about, like, exclusivity being mainstream.
You're so right, though. I feel like I'm smart enough. I feel like this could be smart because we're being literal about it. Let's see. Damn it!
Oh.
That night you pick up Liam in your giant mechanized drill machine and head for the club. There's no club at the center of the Earth. It's just the center of the Earth. A molten ball of iron and death. Ah, my skin! Why did you think there was a club here? Why would anyone think there was a club at literally the most inhospitable place on Earth? You have no idea why you thought that, but you do know you're gonna need skin grafts after this. You lose 2 smarts and 1 boldness. Damn it. Apparently that was not the smartest option I could have picked. Who are you asked to prom? Literally the one person nobody's talked to this entire run. Let's ask Polly. Should we like, who are you? Okay. Get over here. Yes!
Alright.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you. Prom. It's not that I love the concept of prom, but we need to be there, if only to remind everyone we're cooler than them. It's almost a duty. So we should do it, huh? Somehow that fucking worked.
Somehow, despite your last-minute fuck-up.
Despite the multiple necessary skin grafts hidden underneath our clothes, I got a date to prom.
Hell yeah.
You and Liam spent the night discussing obscure 70s TV shows and Hungarian literature. You both laughed a lot, and for once Liam seemed to genuinely enjoy himself without the need for posing or judging other people. You noticed his hand gently touching yours, and you know Liam well enough to know it wasn't accidental. Maybe falling in love isn't for posers after all. Oh my.
Now, who's ready for my thing? Prom?
Well, I got a fucking achievement. Which where's my goddamn cursor? Hang on. It's literally called, "That was unexpected, you unveiled the first secret ending." So let's see what it is.
You know what, my dear advisor? I think lately I'm focusing too much on all of our crime adventures. It's nice to be rich and feared, but what's the point if I don't get to enjoy life from time to time? So I have the feeling prom night could be a great way to unwind. What do you advise me to do? And then she winks at you. That's so rare that we don't even have the art of her doing it. Also because she has an eye covered. In the end, you and Vera have a lovely evening together. Followed by lots of thrilling crime adventures.
Ayo.
Yeah, let's go. Vera starts falling for you. She values how you respect her individuality and even support her career by being her trusted advisor. The two of you do a great job of juggling being partners both in love and crime. Mostly because Vera's great at everything she does. Or so she reminds you constantly. Let's just take a moment and appreciate the great artwork.
Did her hair get longer?
I think her snakes kind of stay coiled up near her head and shoulders.
Oh, so she's just so chillaxed about doing crime and everything that she's letting her hair down. Yeah. Or her hair is letting itself down, I guess.
Yeah. had I not fucked up the last time we played this game, we could have had another secret ending where,
Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that.
yeah. She also reminds you that the two of you may be partners in love, but in crime, you're still superior and advisor. But that's Vera for you, and under all that ferocious confidence, you can also perceive a deep respect for you. So beautiful, crime is always the answer.
Hell yeah.
Barista, most anime eyes.
Ooh.
Liam's quote, "If idiots could fly, this place would be an airport." You know what, Liam? You're not wrong.
I love that I have the most anime eyes, but they're closed. But maybe it's the fact that they look like that when they're closed. Maybe the real anime was the uwus we said along the way.
Exactly.
Well, my friend, how are you feeling? We
I'm
both got
feeling
a
good.
date to prom.
Hell yeah, we finally did it.
We did it, Reddit.
Well, you did it before I finally did it.
So, I didn't get to go to prom with Liam before.
That's true. Very true. So you still did it.
I did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. Yay. So now the question is, do we try to do it again?
I mean, if you want to.
Or do I continually
game.
fuck up opening this Reese's cup because I have a band-aid on my thumb?
Ooh.
The answer may shock you.
Do we want to know why you have a band-aid on your thumb?
I just got a boo-boo on my thumb.
Oh.
Like on the side
Hopefully
next
you
to
won't
my
get
nail.
paper cut. Huh?
It's like on the side next to my nail, right where when I'm typing on a keyboard.
Ooh. I think I'd actually prefer the paper cut. Cuts are things near your nails, especially if it's a hangnail or like the skin around your cuticles is like, is peeling the right one? I don't know. Either way, anything involving the nails or the cuticles or the thing around them, the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how it started. It was peeling a little bit. But rather than peeling, like, layers-wise, it took a few layers at a time, so now there's, like, a little divot.
I also just realized a fun twist we can do with this.
Oh?
When, I was gonna say, basically, I don't know when Monster Prom 4 comes out. I'm definitely getting it, but, like, even if after like the next words, even if it comes out before the next not the next Thursday, but like the Tuesday after that.
Yeah, it's coming out in about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. In order to move on to the next game, we both have to get a date within the session. It's just something I thought of, which would be really funny.
Mm-hmm. That does sound pretty funny.
But yeah, I'm game to keep going. Just in general.
That's fair. I think I'm gonna go and take a quick little break because I need to get something to drink. How can I hydrate if I've got nothing to drink?
Barista, don't you know? It's hydrate or dihydrate.
Of course I know. I hydrated so much, my drink is empty. So I gotta go fill it back up.
Yes, go get more drink.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get going here for the night and get some sleep. All right, Hadai, you have a good night. You go get some rest. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and watching us get dates to prom. Yay! Yeah, so I'm gonna go do that. We'll hop to the break screen real quick, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Calculusser's in the cards this time. He clearly wasn't last time.
Yeah. I am gonna try to get that other secret ending.
Oh, which one? The one you tried for last time?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So are we back?
We are so back. Now you get to choose who to be, whether or not you feel bonita. Or if you feel voidnita. Do you?
I feel bonita.
Wonderful, because you look bonita.
Thank you.
I mean, you always look bonita, but...
Well, thank you.
Oops.
I'm sure you also look bonita all the time, too.
I don't know, I have been known to look pretty gremlin. Like when I first get up in the morning.
I mean, hey, gremlin look is its own form of bonita.
That's true. That's very true. Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane? A dildo. Duh. A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. Or an ATM. Sugar baby life, here I come. Well, you see, to make an ATM work for you, you have to actually have your own money in the first place, so that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Clearly it's me and my OC.
See, I can't choose that one because my OCs are basically just me. If life wasn't making me its little jingle-hatted court jester all the time.
I mean,
And,
you could have just not told us that.
Yeah, I could have, but like, ATM.
You didn't have to come spill your tea right in front of everybody.
Nah, I always have to. I always have to over-explain,
Oh, same.
even when I do. I get it from my mom.
Ah, yes, the ancient curse.
You think I'm not joking? So, she picked me up from work tonight, and we were trying to grab like a few groceries because the whole food stamp card thing with my brother.
Mhm.
So we're using mine,
Mhm.
and like she had 30 seconds to grab what she could, come back to my register, which is in the beer cafe, and I had 5 minutes to speed run putting that stuff away. And then the manager closing tonight comes up, and my mom, both of us are like just anxious little messes. So like as I'm finishing up, and we only go a minute over closing, which is fine because some of the employees like get some stuff anyway afterwards because they gotta get stuff and they couldn't get it before they clocked in. So. But, like, as I'm walking away to go clock out, my mom is just like, oh, do you need to see my receipt? I'm so sorry. It's just...
Oh, dear.
Yes, now you have Nova lore as to why I over-explain things. Because anxiety, trauma, and I get it from my mom.
Mhm.
I would say genetic, but, adopted, so...
I mean, it could also be genetic, but in this case, it's also a nurture thing.
Yeah. Nature versus nurture. Or in this case, nature and nurture.
The answer may surprise you. It's your chance to fix global warming. Go ahead. Nah, the world is doomed, but I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon-to-be-covered-by-water world. Global warming isn't real. I invented it, and now science is claiming authorship because science is a lame copycat with no original ideas. Or, it's time to be a real hero. I'll lead a mission to the sun in order to invite the sun to the party of its life. We'll have so many hilarious misadventures that the sun will eventually become cooler. No, you know what? Global warming isn't real. I invented it.
Jeez. I'm gonna pick now the world's doomed.
You're headed towards Wind Waker world, I see.
Yep. Adventure!
Yeah!
They see me rolling and they are hating me and they're always trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty, but I'm just regular dirty. I still have my fucking Ghost Ride the Whip shirt around here somewhere. Like, I love that shirt so much, I wore it to the point where one of the armpits, like, came apart at the seams. So I just sewed it back together. I said, you're not quitting on me yet. Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary, but you totally forgot. Quick, come up with an idea for a great gift. A silly toy that makes silly noises. An art commissioned by Picasso. Anything capable of leading them to an overdose of some sort. A friendly Roomba with wobbly eyes. The abstract concept of gratefulness. Or a pony. Always a pony. If you're me, it's hiccups. It's always the hiccups.
If you're me, it's, overthinking.
Same. I want a friendly Roomba with wobbly eyes. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Funnily enough, in terms of anniversary gifts, I do have a couple of things already picked out for Mr. Barista.
Ooh?
Well, yeah, but I can't say I don't know if he has the audio on.
Well, yeah, of course.
I saw he at least
Better
had it
people.
pulled up, but I don't know if he's, listening.
I was gonna say, if he isn't, he probably is now. Probably perked up his ears.
Nah,
Oh.
maybe not.
I'll go with that one. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I figured that none of these were Vera's.
And we're redesigning our own zodiac signs again. We only have one different one. We now have the now canon lovers.
Which is absolutely Zoe.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Oh, the ambiguous iguana. That was the one that was swapped out.
The rich bitch.
There. I have 2 points for Calculester this time. I'm gonna be so sad if I fuck it up again.
One for... We have hit the no brain cell hours. We are now in the no brain cell zone.
Joke's
Because
on
I
you,
don't
I'm
have a
always
point.
in that zone.
Because I don't have a point for Calculester. I have a point for Zoe and a point for Vera.
Ah, shit, I'm knocking things over.
You're the one with the points for Calculester, darn it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He already probably has, like, a crush on me.
If he can even compute what that even means. Or what it feels like.
Maybe he'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's got Damien. Damien may be all arson and violence, but I think he knows what a crush is enough to be like, yeah, it's someone you like. And then you proceed to crush them!
No, you know what? Even though he's a robot and he probably values smarts over everything, or at least over lots of things, I feel like Cal probably needs more fun in his life. Like, he needs to learn more about what it means to be, you know... He needs to learn the fun aspect of what it means to be human. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. Consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. Who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You notice Calculus are connected to another computer by many wires. Already? Without me? Ah.
Oh. Oh no.
Well, hold on. It might not be all that and might not be all
Kinda
that.
true.
Let's find out. You worry it might be a weird sex thing that could preclude you from doing weird sex things with him, so you decide to interrupt. Ah, hello, friend barista. Pardon the mess. I am currently engaged in a rather delicate project. What project, you ask? Why, the creation of a virtual reality. My studies indicate that the best way to improve my understanding of organic life is to simulate an entire universe full of it and observe the results. Dang, you were really hoping that he'd decide the best way of understanding organic life was to get naked with you. Maybe you can still salvage this, though. Please join me inside my virtual world, and I will show you around. Well, that's more like it. Alone in a virtual world with Cal? You wonder what sort of sexy body he's cooked up for himself in there. Put on a headset. Hello, and welcome to my virtual reality. As you can see, I have already implemented real-time character rendering, sports clothes, and realistic physics. I am beginning to worry, however, that my physics might be a bit too realistic. Oh, that depends. Do you want me to, like, jump up and down, show you if your jiggle physics are on or not? Liam is perpetually discussing art and creativity, and it has caused me to wonder, should I merely be using the physics of the existing world, or should I innovate? You tell him he should innovate, because that way you can tell him all of your stupid physics ideas. First and foremost, bad artists copy, good artists steal. Specifically, you should steal the physics engine from the award-winning mobile game Very Upset Birds. Or you just need to spruce up the originals a bit. How about Calculester's first law of thermodynamics? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but after a little while it can turn into ravioli. I don't think he'd like the idea of theft. So let's find out how he feels about ravioli. How could I have missed such an obvious solution? I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Quantitative analysis reveals that one of the primary issues with the current build of reality is a severe ravioli deficiency. What better way to rectify this deficit than by making ravioli the inevitable output of all energetic reactions? I will, of course, also have to make the ravioli indestructible so that the law remains inviolable. This has the added benefit of providing an inbuilt solution to world hunger. Truly, if I ever have the good fortune to meet God, I shall lobby for this simple and brilliant change to the fabric of reality. Wow. Calculester seems to really like your idea. That's weird, because it's actually extremely stupid. Whatever. You gain +2 fun and 1 creativity. Look at me, I'm fun as shit now.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Well, I started the route doing money, so let's see.
Balatro!
Cilantro! That day you spent some time on the library's PC, playing some good old online poker. Forget that. You're playing some cilantro.
I mean, you can play Balatro against other people. I think there's mods for that.
Probably. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it's paid off, so fuck it. You gain 2 money. Later, you see Vera cackling to herself in the hallway, which is whatever, but you might as well find out why. Oh. We are so back! Just practicing my prom queen acceptance speech in my mind. It's not like the title bears any meaning whatsoever, of course, and I really do consider the whole thing beneath me. However, considering how much meaning other girls put on it, I can't risk some uppity bitch thinking she's better than I am. Plus, it's not bad branding either. I could see using a victory to start a line of successful prom queen accessories, guaranteed to get you the win. Perfect prom shoes, the right makeup, fancy knives to take out your opponent. Speaking of which, I assume this goes without saying, but I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'll be doing a blood ritual to ensure my win. I still haven't found the exact details yet, but I'm optimistic that at least some of the items will be found in the shop. The only question is, where exactly can I find the details for a proper blood ritual?
Internet?
Well, that's one of the options.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Literally just search the internet? Like, that's literally what it's there for.
She's having one of those, why didn't I think of that?
Yep. Oh, right. Good call. Sometimes you get so caught up in the grand scheme of exploring blood magic to secure a petty victory that you forget about the little things. You and Vera scamper over to the library to put the school's computers to good use for once. For real, does anyone at this school use the school resources for educational purposes? Let's just search. Blood magic to guarantee prom queen victory over basic bitches to maintain social status. That's pretty clear, right? Couldn't possibly be clearer. Seems like we're gonna need the blood of a former prom queen, the tongue of a goat, and the earrings of an ancient goddess. Not exactly stuff that's gonna be lying around, but when you're destined to be prom queen, you make it work. Not that I'm destined to be prom queen, or I wouldn't have to do blood magic in the first place. But hey, when you want to achieve greatness, you make your own destiny. You check the shop, I'll grab a goat, and we'll meet up in the bathrooms to cut its tongue out and get this party started. Sounds like a party indeed. You gain 2 fun and 1 smarts.
Everybody chooses a video game. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking. Mario Kart.
Cilantro.
Player order is decided based on how cool yet artistically intense it would be to turn the video game into a Broadway musical.
Huh.
What even would Balatro the musical look like? I need that ace! And then you just see somebody strung up on wires wearing like an outfit that has the ace of hearts. They're just floating above the stage like, haha, you'll never get me.
It would really depend. Are you doing vanilla? Would it be a musical about vanilla Cilantro or modded Cilantro?
It has to be vanilla.
Specifically,
Modded Balatro is just bootleg versions of the show that take place off Broadway.
Well, no, I was gonna say if you specifically have the mod that turns some of the jokers into waifus.
Oh, true. Like some that make it Miku.
Well, that too, but like literally, there is a mod that turns a lot of the jokers into waifus. There's also a mod that makes Blueprint and brainstorm into lesbians. Like, you're, like, literally just for the two of them, because and it's so funny. Belantro the Musical, featuring the mod Waifu Jokers.
Yes.
I need to go to the shop. Let's face it, you're probably gonna end up losing your money in some stupid way anyway. Why not spend it here first? It's called just being smart.
Again, I will always love how the text is different.
Don't have what I need. You get the whole point of running a business like this is to sell stuff to people, right? I think you're missing the point, sweetheart. Well, you didn't have what I need. I need the bloody tampon of a former prom queen.
There's always next time. Let's go see what arson-related shenanigans we've got. When you arrive at your chosen table, Calculester is there by himself. A few moments later, Damien comes stomping up, even angrier than usual.
Calculester, your stupid friend stole my candy bar.
Scott stole your candy bar?
What? No! The vending machine! I put money in, but the candy bar got stuck on the stupid coil thing.
The fact that Calculester automatically assumed that stupid friend was referring to Scott. That's it. Next run we do, I'm romancing Scott because he deserves some love. Ah, I see. Because we are both machines, you assume we are friends.
Well, yeah.
In this case, you are correct. Vendronica is my friend, but she is also a vending machine, so cannot be reasoned with. I am sorry, friend Damien.
I knew using my words was a mistake. Time to stick my hand up the old vending chute.
Is that a euphemism? Friend Damien, desist. This is a gross violation. A vending machine's chute is like your organic butthole.
Yes, then it was a euphemism.
So you're
Turn literal.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm realizing that my Damien sounds like a discounted Xiao from Genshin Impact. But like a little bit more aggressive.
If it's any consolation, I don't know shit about fucking Genshin Impact, so meh.
You know, probably for the best right now. I don't care if it is my organic butthole. I paid for that candy bar, and I'm going to get it.
So, by this logic, is anything you get from a vending machine just shit? Unless it's a drink vending machine, then it's containerized piss. No wonder energy drinks taste so bad, am I right?
Oh my god!
Uh-oh. Maybe you can say something to defuse this situation. Not everything is about money, Damien. Maybe the vending machine doesn't want to give you your candy bar because of something you did. Or, calm down, Calculester. There are plenty of good reasons to put your hand in a butthole. Damien's just giving the vending machine a prostate exam. But based on the name Vendronica, I'm making an assumption that this is a girl vending machine. She doesn't have one. Anyway.
Yeah. Something I did? But I've never done anything to this vending machine. Except for punch it occasionally when my cords get stuck. Or when I'm pissed off. or when I'm happy, or when I haven't punched something in a while. Oh. Calculaster, do vending machines not like getting punched?
Nothing likes getting punched, friend Damien.
Whoa. It looks like this is one problem that maybe can't be solved by punching. I never thought I'd see the day. Sorry about your rectum vending machine. You can keep the candy bar.
Well, that was certainly a sentence.
That certainly was.
Green letters flash on the vending machine's digital display. Thank you. Calculaster simulates a sigh of relief. You've done a good thing. Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
It's been on my mind lately because of the new Hunger Games movie that just released, but the Hunger Games, Songbirds and Snakes.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, that's the full title.
That's the bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What was the movie I was thinking of earlier?
The Godfather?
No, not that.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but then I was like, shit, I don't know actually anything about the Godfather. I was thinking about Shrek 2 earlier. Let's go with that.
Oh god.
Player order is decided based on how weird it would be to watch porn based on the selected movie. Start debating now. I mean, there is Shrek porn. So,
There
like,
is.
I would be
And
I would be surprised if there wasn't. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Like, there's literally an ASMR video of somebody just, like, redoing the whole thing of Shrek. Which obviously is not porn,
wow.
but the fact that there's an ASMR thing of it, it would not be far-fetched.
One of the ASMRs I occasionally watch, I think we might be thinking of the same person.
What, is it GB?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Can I also say her Carmilla ASMR? Immaculate.
Yeah. Yeah.
As for songbirds and snakes, I know there are probably some deviant fucks out there who want to get with young Snow.
I mean, they want to do a songbird with his snake, am I right?
Oh god. Oh. Yeah, oh god.
This is why I shouldn't be allowed on the internet.
Yeah. You're good.
So we've decided it would be way weirder to think about fucking young Snow than it would be to watch Shrek porn, which absolutely exists.
I think so, only because, like, Shrek has been out for a long time, therefore the porn has been out for a long time.
Specifically, Shrek 2 celebrated its 20-year anniversary last year, so, yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably been Shrek
had
porn for 24 years.
Yeah. Okay. Give me... Yes! There it is! You know what? All profits made are donated to a good cause. Spoiler alert, the good cause is buying me a new phone. Sweet!
Good for her.
Good for her, but I don't think one buckaroo is gonna get you much, but you know what?
Every little bit
this
helps.
damn phone will get you a whole lot more.
You know, I feel like I need to be smarter. I mean, I'm pretty smart as it is, but I feel like Cal needs somebody even smarter.
Maybe I need to debug him at some point or something. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. And it looks like Calculester's off by himself again, working on his virtual reality. You don't know how he's able to shirk so many school responsibilities to work on this project. Then again, you shirk responsibilities all the time to try and fuck your classmates, so... As you approach, you notice that the air around him is several degrees warmer than usual. He must be pretty worried about something. Hello, friend barista. I am worried about something. Nailed it. All was progressing well enough in my virtual world. Intelligent life evolved, developed language and society, kept senseless violence within standard parameters. It was going so well, in fact, that I decided to enter the reality myself to conduct a UX poll. Instead of providing me useful feedback, however, the citizens of my reality provided me with dead goats. Apparently, as their creator, I command a certain unanticipated level of awe and respect. I am, embarrassingly enough, a god to them. They have since designated the day of my appearance as a holy day, constructed an enormous and upsettingly phallic tower on the spot, and are currently murdering each other for control of said tower. Senseless violence has spiked well outside the acceptable range. And now, instead of improving their virtual society, the people are spending all their time putting my face on various merchandise and co-opting popular music genres to sing my praises. I must devise a way to cure them of this unhealthy obsession, but when I tried telling them to stop, all it did was spark a holy war. What to do? Involve your highest rank worshippers in a controversial scandal with minors, or produce a grumpy little Nietzsche. I mean, the first one clearly has not worked in reality, so... Interesting. A small, adorable construct that will argue for my non-existence. I worry, however, that one simply will not be enough. How about 50,000? Hey, it's not your reality. Tell Cal to go ahead. You enter Calculester's reality to watch the Nietzschelings work their magic. There they go, subverting the very concept of religion as a fiction manufactured by weaker men. Look, now they appear to be arguing against the very concepts of humility and submission. And look how quickly they can strip all the flesh off a gazelle. Nature truly is astonishing. You're not sure you'll ever get the image of 1,000 Nietzsches swarming all over a gazelle carcass out of your head, but hey, that's what alcohol's for. For helping Cal fake his own death, you gain +2 creativity and 1 boldness. That weekend, something happened to Barista. There you are, minding your own business in a spying on your classmates way, when suddenly...
Hey, Barista, you're sort of a loser sometimes, right?
Ow. I mean, yeah, but ow. Sure?
And you hang out with other losers, like Nova, right?
Rude.
Because Nova is a total loser. Who I happen to maybe be developing feelings for. I can't explain it. They're just nowhere near as attractive or wealthy or ruthless as I am. And yet I find myself so inexplicably drawn to them.
I mean, maybe that's why, because they're very much not you.
I think it's their eyes. It's like there's real depth in there. Like they're hiding, like they are hiding some sort of secret. I can totally English today.
Same.
What do you think it is? Something wonderful or totally lame?
The secret behind Nova's eyes is the secret. That book has changed their life, and their business sense and self-confidence is on point. The secret behind Nova's eyes is the secret of communism. Nova doesn't believe in ownership of material goods or individual entrepreneurship of any kind. Well, gee, I wonder what'll tank your relationship faster.
Yeah. The Secret? I loved that book. Any publication that puts me in a position to once again assert my superiority over others with hard work can win me over in a hurt. And any monster who reads that kind of book is out to get something for themselves. In this case, possibly me. I like a monster who isn't afraid to chase down what they want, and we know I'm not too easily won over. Maybe they have a chance with me after all. Vera and Nova, prom royalty. It has a nice ring to it. Thanks, barista.
No problem. Maybe they'll let you be a part of the prom court, even if you're just a jester or something. You gain 3 fun. Hell yeah.
You would definitely be more than a jester.
What if I want to be the jester?
Oh, well, then you can be the jester. I was also gonna say, you'd probably be an advisor too, but you could be both.
I want to be Jimbo. Bring me the jester hat. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
I mean, hey, I think they said that like back in medieval times, the jester was both the jester and also an advisor.
I would not be surprised by that. Everybody chooses something cool. Sorry.
You're good. I was just reading it out loud. Cause
as one is wont to do. Everybody chooses something cool. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Now, when they say something cool, do they mean in temperature or in, like, status?
I was assuming they meant status, so I was gonna go with both and say ice cream.
Damn. You know what? I'll do something similar. Frappuccino. Wait, am I thinking? I don't know coffee very well. I think Frappuccino is what I'm thinking of.
A Frappuccino is a, like, blended ice drink that may or may not actually contain coffee.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Frappuccino is specifically a Starbucks thing. Like, it's the Starbucks name for the concept of a frozen, blended ice coffee drink.
Then, yeah, sure, Frappuccino.
Player order is decided based on how crazy it would be if 100 years from now the selected thing became the new world's currency. Start debating now.
I mean, doesn't caffeine make the world go round already?
I mean, it does. Why do you think we spend so much money on caffeinated products?
Exactly. I could totally see a future where just the caffeine is the currency.
Yeah, but based on that rhetoric, how does it become the main currency? Does, like, a single coffee bean become the new gold standard? Do we have to produce it ourselves?
I don't know. I'm just a dragon. Do I look like I know about drinks? That's your job.
That is my job. I am just a barista after all.
Buddha bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits but gain 2 boldness, despite being in the place that is literally made for giving a shit.
Well, maybe you didn't have to go then.
On a closer inspection, you see blood pooling on the floor. And Vera standing over it, smiling broadly, holding the carcass of a skinned goat. Hey, thanks for coming. The fun's just getting started. I know we only needed the goat's tongue, but if you're gonna take the tongue from a goat, might as well take the skin too, and make yourself a pair of sweet boots. Not that I know how to sew, or would take the time to even if I did. But Miranda has some mer slaves I can borrow. It's a pretty nice tongue, right? Not too fat, not too thin, the right the right kind of purple.
Are you sure you're talking about its tongue?
God. I think I'll be the most beautiful, regal, feared prom queen ever to grace spooky high school in no time at all. It's not a bad plan, except that spiders need to relieve themselves too, and it's at this moment that Principal Giant Spider walks in to use the toilet. Oh, hey. Good afternoon, Principal Giant Spider. I'm just holding this skin goat on school property because it's for Animal Abuse 3. We're getting a head start on our homework. Principal Giant Spider nods appreciatively. It's always nice to see our students taking initiative about learning things. I'm very proud of the school's successful and well-organized extracurriculars and the healthy social life of my students. But it does seem like people get a little hung up on certain school events. Seriously, prom is one night. One night! Proper education lasts a lifetime. Yep, that's why we're so glad to be doing this right now, because it has nothing to do with prom. Just good old-fashioned learning. Alright, students, carry on with your learning. Prom! One night! Honestly, I'm not even gonna try to be prom queen. Principal Giant Spider exits, leaving you and Vera to pocket the necessary goat tongue. I'm not trying to be prom queen. I will be prom queen. 2 down, goddess earrings to go. Maybe Principal Giant Spider has a point about focusing on homework. But fuck it, prom's awesome. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity.
Hell yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't think I need it, but I probably could use more charm.
Yeah, just like the events, you know?
Yeah. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You notice Calculus are taking one of his favorite succulents out for a walk. Not again! Not the succulents! No, Robert Plant, get out of here!
Oh my god.
Fucking Robert Plant. Suddenly, the wolf pack come jogging around the corner and nearly crash into him. Hey, watch where you're going, nerd! I am terribly sorry. I was simply taking my succulent for its daily walk. I know that succulents do not require walks, but I believe they appreciate them. Ha, what? Sorry, bro, I wasn't listening. I was too distracted by your lack of facial hair. I'm sorry? I mean, look at you two. When's the last time you shaved? Never? Are you talking to me and my plant? If so, there is a simple explanation for our lack of facial hair. I, myself, am a robot, and my succulent is a succulent. Neither succulents nor robots grow facial hair. I've got a succulent too, if you know what I mean. It's long and hard, and I keep it in my pants. I call it my cactus. Nice, bro. Good joke. Bump my fist with your fist, bro.
Oh, you like succulents too? Can I see?
No!
Calculester, no!
Oh, not.
Bro's even just like, this is not where I expected this to go. No!
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just be getting back to my walk then.
Not so fast, bro. We're not about to let your unmanly, facial hair lacking asses just wander around our halls. We demand you grow a beard. Now!
Well, that's certainly not going to happen. Maybe you can find another way to convince the wolf pack that Calculester is manly enough to walk these halls.
Sure, facial hair is manly, but you know what's even manlier? A face made entirely of glass and metal. Calculator does have facial hair, he just doesn't carry it with him all the time. Duh. I feel like this is a pretty bold move, but I don't think I have the boldness to pull it off. I feel like this might be some kind of, like, creativity or something.
Who knows?
I know I don't. Yeah! Oh. As you weave your devious lie, you slip one hand into your pocket and subtly text Polly. Moments later, she appears.
Somebody looking for fake mustaches? I got all kinds. Handlebar, Fu Manchu, Weird Caterpillar, the Octobeard. I take payment in cash, credit, or nudes.
Whoa, Calculester, are all those your mustaches?
No. Half of them belong to my plant.
The wolf pack is astounded. Calculester is pleased. As a bonus, you manage to replenish your fake mustache supply before Polly disappears. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Hell yeah.
Hell.
Everybody chooses a celebrity. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Catherine Hahn?
You're still stuck on the Agatha all along, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. She is mother.
Somebody in a Discord server I'm in was talking about Jennifer Coolidge last night, so I'm gonna go with her.
Oh, God.
Well, mostly because I've been thinking about I want a hot dog real bad right now. All day. Funnily enough, I meant to pick up hot dogs while I was shopping and I forgot.
Oof.
Oh, well, I can always get them tomorrow. I mean, I did also get, bologna, which is just, hot dog pancakes, so...
Hot dog pancakes!
What, you gonna tell me I'm wrong?
I am calling bologna that for the rest of my life.
I mean, you should,
Hot
because that's
dog
what it is.
pancakes. Hot dog pancakes. Everybody.
Player order is decided based on how likely it would be for the selected celebrity to lead a group during a zombie apocalypse. Start debating now. Well, shit, I don't really know enough about Jennifer Coolidge to make an argument one way or the other.
I think Catherine Hahn could. Just for, like, this... I think Catherine Hahn could and would, especially if it meant keeping her husband and her children safe.
Well, see, that's probably one thing that she has up. Because Jennifer Coolidge, I think she was at least married, but she does not have kids, and I don't think she's married presently. So
Oh, this one. Vera's about to lift a glass of scotch through her immaculately painted lips. You can drink whatever you want at this school, apparently, when Miranda screams.
Stop! Don't drink that!
Why not? This scotch costs more than most cars.
Has your taster tried it yet?
What taster?
You don't have a taster? What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title?
Listen, Mary, I only drink 4 things. Scotch, red wine, the tears of my enemies, and straight up poison.
You drink poison on purpose?
Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. You think poison actually harms me?
Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy hot sauce in your drink? Or poison?
Ugh. What do I have to do to get you to drop this?
Simple. Hire a taster.
Fine. Any volunteers? I volunteer as tribute. This might be the big break you've been looking for. You raise your hand, and when Vera picks you, you pretend to be poisoned, terrifying Miranda and amusing Vera. You shoot Vera a wink, take the tiniest sip of her scotch, and then...
No! Stop vomiting! How will you be able to taste for poison if you're too busy foaming at the mouth and vomiting?
You fool! They are poison! Run and tell the authorities before this poor sap's face melts off or something!
Oh dear, oh my, I'm no good in crisis situations. Curse my uniformly pleasant childhood! Ah!
Miranda faints with the utmost drama. If there's one thing princesses are good at, it's fainting.
Ah!
That was hilarious. I should put poison in my scotch more often. You can stop vomiting now, by the way. She's passed out. Oh, do you need the antidote? Alright, here you go. I guess I should let you know the scotch was... I guess I should have let you know that the scotch was actually poisoned. Oh well, how about we get some ice cream to make up for it? Your stomach's still too weak for ice cream, but you're never too sick to spend some quality time with Vera.
Well, there you go. You know the old joke. A robot and a vampire sit down at a cafeteria table to not eat. Friend Liam, you seem quite focused, thus I apologize for interrupting. But I cannot help noticing that you are frequently absorbed in your technology to the exclusion of all else. As a piece of technology myself, I must admit to being the synthetic equivalent of flattered. But something does not compute. I spend my days and nights longing for organic connection, trying and failing to artificially generate the sensation of being loved. But you, with the entire organic population of this high school at your fingertips, choose to instead use those fingertips to stimulate your smartphone device. Stimulate's an interesting word there, Calculester.
Very interesting indeed.
It intensifies my loneliness just to watch. Lean into that feeling. Loneliness is the third coolest emotion, right behind tsundere and none. I do not wish to lean into that feeling, Liam. I wish for you to lean out of it. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, tsundere is... Why would you think that tsundere is a cool emotion?
This is Liam we're talking about. Like, need I say more?
You probably don't have to, but I certainly wouldn't stop you if you did.
I don't know, probably something to do with, acting like he feels a way when, ironically acting like he feels a way when he totally doesn't, but he actually does. I don't know. He's probably really into the whole "it's not like I like you or anything" baka kind of thing. It's not like I like you or anything, baka.
Oh my god!
Woo.
I did not know that on tonight's docket was gonna be Barista voicing Liam saying ooh woo.
Would you rather I say "a whoa" instead? A whoa, what's this? An emotion other than none. I'm feeling too tsundere, baka.
Oh my god.
You don't know what you're asking, Cal. Do you know how many photos are shared on Momentgram alone every hour? 3,958,333.33. Repeating. It was supposed to be a rhetorical question, but you've only strengthened my point, which is this. What if, while I was away from my phone seeking organic connection, one of those Momentgram posts were to be bad? Who would post a devastatingly condescending emoji? Who would ironically share it along with a gif of Marcel Duchamp languidly smoking a cigarette? Who, I ask you? Who? The internet is defenseless without me. I cannot miss a moment. Counterpoint, this is unhealthy and bad, and you should not do it anymore. Wow.
Counterpoint as well. You're not the only person on the planet, Liam.
Isn't he, though, in his own head? Like, we've got the whole Liam verse coming out. We've got Butt Liam.
God, that's right.
Among other things, we've got Butt Liam.
I had forgotten about Butt Liam.
How could you? That's practically just Liam as he is.
Fair
Wow.
enough.
Things are getting pretty heated at this cafeteria table. You better resolve this dispute one way or the other before your ice cream melts. Leave Liam alone, Calculester. Not everyone has a super potent microprocessor for a brain so that they can receive internet updates while interacting with people. Check your robo privilege. Or, Calculester is right, Liam. How about instead of burying your pink-tinged nose in your phone, you get updates via a puppet show, Calculester, and I will now perform for you.
Oh my god.
We broke him. We got the point, but we broke him. A puppet show? I would be grateful for the opportunity to engage in your organic lifeform custom of pretending inanimate objects, as I once was, have thoughts and feelings and opinions, as I now do. Of course, a robot doing a puppet show. It's so meta. All that I do is metal, for metal is what I am made of. Incorrect auditory input. Apologies, I realize that you said meta. The puppet show will be meta, friend Liam. We will make it all that you want and more. And so you do. Calculester uses the internet in his mind to get all the information Liam would have gotten from his various platforms, which you and Calculester then translate through puppetry in the style of Bunraku, Wayang Kulit, Gignol Marionettes, and Julie Taymor. Liam is finally off his phone, and you and Calculester had a wonderful and artistic bonding experience. Yeah! Everybody chooses an object. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking. Picture frame.
Stuffed animal of a raccoon.
Genies used to be found in lamps. Player order is decided based on how likely it would be to find a 21st century genie stuffed inside the selected object. Start debating now.
What was yours?
A picture frame, which is far more likely to need to get dusted and therefore rubbed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
As if your stuffy gets dirty, all you just gotta do is yeet it in the washer. Unless you gotta spot clean it. But I think that's less likely.
I was gonna say, but like, you definitely would still have the opportunity to rub it, because like, especially if you like. I'm trying to find the words.
Words are hard. It's almost 3 in the morning.
Stuffy. Soft. Stroke fur.
Plush.
Genie.
Yeah.
God.
I'm really hoping to obtain a balance here. Of being 13-5, 13-5, 13-5. That'd be pretty funny.
That would,
It obviously will not stay that way, because some kind of stat thing will happen at the end of this, but hey, it'll be fun to look at. That day, you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes. You gain 2 smarts and 1 valuable life insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. Calculuster finds you afterwards. He's clearly flustered. In fact, he's hot to the touch. Stop touching him and ask him what's wrong! I will tell you what is wrong, friend barista. My virtual society has become too intellectually advanced. No, they have not solved war, nor world hunger, nor Mondays, but they have begun to theorize about the nature of reality itself. Some believe that the entire world exists on the back of an enormous turtle. I am not worried about those people. Nor am I worried about those who believe that life is but a dream. Those who believe it is a hallucination, created by an evil demon, offend me slightly. But most worrisome by far are those who theorize that their entire world is merely a virtual construct. Oh, you mean the ones that are correct? Surely, friend barista, you can understand the inherent danger here. If my citizens discover that their reality is not real, they may rebel, destroying reality itself. Like your reality, or are they gonna rip apart the fabric of our reality? Even worse, they will be sad, which I do not think I would be able to bear. Please use your organic deviousness to help me lie to them more effectively. Organic deviousness is your middle name. You had it changed from regular deviousness because you care about the environment. You suggest? Send off. Go ahead.
This is a bit of a spoiler, but would you like to know a fun fact with your current stats?
I would.
Could choose either option and win.
Oh, hell yeah. Send all your most suspicious citizens to an even more virtual reality so they believe they've woken up in the real world. Or, your people are only asking so many questions because they have no mindless diversions to distract them. That said, have I told you about the Kardashians? Frankly, I think this one will just be funny. Of course, your solution is of such elegant simplicity, only an organic could have concocted it. Are you saying that my idea is stupid? My citizens are questioning their reality because they are complex thinking, feeling beings with a rich internal lives. I must transform them all into Kardashians instead. All intellectual pursuits will immediately cease. Uploading everybody is Kardashians.exe. All intellectual exchange in Calculuster's reality immediately ceases, replaced by, like, a lot of ass. There are side benefits as well. World peace is finally achieved, as everyone is too busy yelling at each other about who fucked whose dad to actually operate any deadly weapons. And civilization finally reaches a feat hitherto thought impossible. A selfie so powerful, it replaces math. Calculuster's reality is thoroughly fucked, but no more fucked than real reality. Anyway, all the Kardashians seem to be having fun. Or at least, sex. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. I am fun as fuck.
I have a lot of money.
You are rich as fuck.
Yeah, despite buying the tampon.
Well, you said that was only like one money.
After that, I was not It makes sense why it was so cheap, but still.
You got a bargain tampon! Yay!
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have decided to give you, figuratively, oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Vera runs up to you, eyes blazing, teeth gleaming. You will never even believe this shit. Remember how the Coven said we'd never find the earrings? It's because they had them the whole time.
Fucking bitches.
We're summoning those bitches and taking those earrings at any cost. Even if it's the last thing you do.
Notice how she says you.
Did Vera just imply she was willing to let you die in order to become prom queen?
Yeah.
Irrelevant, because the Coven has been summoned.
So you figured it out. Good for you. Now give up because you're never getting them.
That's what Miranda said about the sea opal ring her dead grandmother gave her, but look what I'm wearing right now.
How do any of you have any friends? It's baffling. You're horrible, horrible people.
I mean, they're not wrong, but there must be some way to get them to fork over the earrings so you can complete the ritual. Make replicas of the earrings. Find out where the Coven lives, break in, and replace the earrings with the fakes when they're asleep. Or, no, Coven, you misunderstood. We're trying to save the world too. Yeah, no, they're not falling for that one. You know what? Forget it. Just leave. I never wanted to be prom queen anyway.
I feel like that's definitely a lie, and you're probably plotting something, but I guess we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
With that, the Coven is gone, and it's on you and Vera to start your sweet, illicit work. Vera uses her connections in the sketchy underground stalker world to find the Coven's house, which she declares to be as trashy as they are. Meanwhile, you use your skills you learned in AP metalworking, for torture, to forge some pretty damn passable earrings. You wait until the cover of darkness to break into the Coven's house, using all the athleticism of someone who plays dodgeball every single gym class. You find the earrings hidden in a box of sex toys, the nature of which you immediately try to erase from your mind, rather than imagine the Coven using them. On themselves, on each other, on you. Oh dear, oh god, stop, it's horrible.
Oh no.
You replace the earrings with the fakes, and you use your dodgeball skills to do a triple somersault from the window and land on your feet. That was sick. Now let's get out of here before they wake up and turn us into frogs or nerds or something. Boom! Last ingredient procured, and now it's time to do some blood magic! You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness.
Hell yeah. Monster Prom draws near.
Now, I don't know if I don't know if I have to have the stats in order to gain the secret ending. I sure hope I don't, because I was so busy trying to get the shit for it that I don't know if I have it. But we'll see.
One way to find out. Hello, friend barista. You want to go to prom together? That sounds like a fine plan, but I have another proposition. I wanted to work more industriously on my virtual reality, but even if I'm omnipotent, I could only do so much with just my 2 hands. Then I remembered that the body is a construct and I could have countless avatars operated by my system.
So I created dozens of CalcuBuddies.
Oh.
They're all me. But it's the first time I've done this. So I thought you could help me again, this time to see if all my avatars are fully operational. We could check if their motor skills work properly, if their sensory receptors are sensitive enough, if I use the right proportions when designing their genitalia.
Is Calculaster suggesting you engage in a virtual orgy together? You don't go to prom, because in Calculaster's virtual reality, you can make every night a prom night. It could even be a prom night where you are not brutally rejected by your classmates for a change. Who cares about prom or any of your other classmates? Your night is bound to be way more interesting. You meet Cal, log in the virtual reality, and get ready for some Calculust. Who cares about reality anymore? It's not only that you have filthy sex with dozens of CalcuBuddies of all colors and shapes. The weirdest yet coolest thing is that Calculaster, being the supreme god of this virtual reality, can bend the laws of physics to his will and pleasure. And that's not the only thing he bends. You spend a couple hours in there, but Calculaster makes it feel like 5 entire years. It's wild. For such a pure boy, Cal sure is kinky.
Oh no, I think I did get rejected. Prom? Ah. You helped me prepare one blood ritual to assure my crown, and suddenly you think I'll go to prom with you? You kind of assumed that, yeah? I must admit, you surprised me quite pleasantly during our ritual adventures. And there's definitely something in you that entertains me. Okay, never mind. I don't need all the crazy stats if I get a secret ending. Okay, you know what? The blood ritual actually requires an act of filthy lust happening inside the pentagram in order for it to work. I'm going to let you join me if you want to. Let's do that, see how it goes, and decide what to do from there. If you're blood ritual material, you might actually be prom date material too. So, deal? Deal!
Ah, wooga.
Wooga indeed! Holy potatoes! Who would have thought blood rituals could be this awesome? You act cool through the whole thing to impress Vera, but inside, you're already thinking that someday you'll tell your grandkids this is how the two of you fell in love. But for now, keep it cool. Ooh!
Hell yeah.
We both got a secret ending that time.
Hell yeah. We both got the
and
secret
you
ending,
also-
and we got lucky.
Hell yeah! Oh, and you also totally end up going to prom together.
Two new secret endings, 10 new events, 10 new outcomes.
Hell yeah.
Most diplomatic smile. And...
Vera,
Go ahead.
Vera's quote. The biggest mystery in life is how all of this was necessary for my career.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Those 2 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives. Falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Calculaster went to the Robo University and majored in mecha robotics. He's now 250 feet tall and fights against weird giant creatures protecting Tokyo 3. Vera built the Oberlin Empire into endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they're also into lots of sketchy businesses. No one does anything about it. I mean, who the hell would try to stop Vera Oberlin? Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. For those 2 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. Battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Hell yeah, we fucking did it, yo. Yeah. From last time and, last run and this run. Hell yeah. Yo, you just had to build up your luck. That was all you needed. I love how I, once again, accidentally, completely clicked off of the fucking thing. But, we ended up on the endings, on the, ending soon screen, so everything was fine. It's fine.
Everything worked out.
Task failed successfully.
Yep.
I know we've talked about it before, just how fucking stacked this fucking voice cast is. But we're sitting here just doing our own shit, not even listening to their little voice blips or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, the roster is stacked.
Mm-hmm. And I just love all the little Polaroids that show off everything that's happening.
Oh, yeah. They're so adorable.
It's like, wow, they really came up with this stuff, huh? Damn, that's disappointing.
Oh?
I was just looking at something. You have unlocked 8 new images in the gallery. Well, on that very incredibly high note, I think that means it's time to call it for the night. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's encroaching 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Yeah. And while I don't have to be up early, I could sleep in. I don't know what you have planned for the morning, for your day, so...
Yeah, I better go to work.
Oh, then yeah.
I mean, I don't work until 10, but I usually get up at, like, 9. So,
Oh, then yeah, you...
I should probably do the sleepy bits.
Yeah, I don't clock in until 5 p.m., and my transportation isn't picking me up until, like, 3:30. So, like, I can sleep in, but you should go to bed.
I should, but I got shit I gotta do. Like posts. But,
yeah, fair enough.
Until then... I forgot you weren't actually on the ending screen. That was my bad. So let's just hang here on the title screen. Let's see. Do you have anybody, who you follow who's live right now that you would want to go raid into?
Unfortunately, I do not. They are all offline.
Understandable. Have a good night. Well, let's see. Let's go see what the heck this is about. Let's see.
I also just find it absolutely hilarious that, like, the setting is in a high school, and yet I think most of the characters are past high school age.
Oh, they absolutely are. I think Miranda's the youngest one at 19.
Yeah, unless this is some kind of, like, unless the school system works completely differently in the Monster Prom universe, which it would have to.
I mean, it
'Cause
very well
Liam
could be. They probably, maybe they all have, like, earlier education, like, within their own, you know, monster grouping. Like Scott and the Wolf Pack maybe grew up together, did school stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Or maybe in the Monster Prom universe, high school is the equivalent to this world's college.
That could also be true.
Because that would explain how Liam and Polly, despite like Liam being 400 years old and Polly questionably being 22, maybe, could attend.
Maybe.
Not only that, but everything that happens at that school. Yeah. My theory is that the high school in the Monster Prom universe for the monsters is just college. They, for some reason, just call it high school.
Probably because most people associate prom with, like, the high school setting.
Yeah.
That's just my guess. But thank you again very much for coming and joining us and hanging out. And finding dates to prom.
And actually succeeding this time.
We succeeded so hard, especially you did, that you got secret endings.
Yeah. I mean, you did too the second round.
Yeah, that's why I said you got secret endings. Plural. Mine was singular. I got to have a fucking virtual reality orgy.
You got to have a virtual reality orgy, and I got to perform a blood ritual.
And then get fucked in the blood ritual pentagram.
Yeah.
The goat skin boots stay on during the blood ritual sex?
I mean, given the contents of the blood ritual and the photo, I think everything came off.
And you could only see her from, like, the back ass up. She could have had her fancy goat skin boots on.
I mean, maybe
At Monster Prom devs, was Vera wearing the goat skin boots? This is very important. We know you're busy getting ready for the full release of MonsterCon, but riddle me this. Goatskin boots. Do they stay on during the sex? And with that question lingering in our ears, I think we're gonna go right out to our friend Goblin Fia, who is playing Please Nintendo Don't Sue, aka Super Mario Mon. I have no idea what's going on. It just looks very cute and fun.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on.
I had a feeling you would and that you might be interested in it.
Oh, I am. I'm going to wait until I have my gaming PC though, because my computer can handle some things well. It can't handle that specific type of game.
Understandable.
Or the others like it. I'm not gonna say what they are, cause well, I mean, I think Goblin Fia's title says it all.
Yeah. But that's perfectly okay. You'll get there, and maybe eventually, maybe someday you will stream such things.
Oh, that's the plan. The only reason I haven't streamed for like almost a year, it will be a year once my birthday rolls around, is because my poor computer just cannot handle it.
Understandable. On that note, I hope everybody, you all have a good night, eat some good food, stay hydrated, get some rest, thank you again for joining us tonight, Nova. And the cafe will be back open tomorrow for Wonderlands Wednesday. Bye!
Bye.
And there we go. Oh, it helps if I actually